saying.
That's
AJ.
true. No, that's true. But you can't go to them on their platform.
Gotta bring them to where you are.
You son them in your house, right? My uncle used to beat me at games in his house.
Mm.
I mean, we'll be on neutral ground, so like.
So yeah.
Man, it feels like a minute since we did this.
Just tell them we'll smoke them niggas.
That
Game. They were like,
Let me see if they're even still doing that. Let me see what they're doing.
Yeah, I think they brought in a stack.
Yeah, they're not. They're doing free brawl now.
oh,
the hell is free, bro?
Yeah,
That's some
nah,
different
I would.
shit.
Yeah, these are
These youths.
kids. Now you're trying to fight them.
These use. Is that how you view me, AJ? As a kid?
Yes, but because the amount of children you have, I've aged you several decades.
There you
Thank you.
Spirit said several
Every
decades.
child is 10 years. Tech is the oldest person in the chat.
That's fair.
No, actually, Carl. I think Carl and Tech are still the same age if you add the children.
That's fair.
Hear you.
That's completely
shit.
fair.
All right, let me turn this off, or at least turn this down in my ear. This Gang Beast game. All right, all mofos
so-
ready?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining us and welcome to the podcast. Follow us at Blerdimension here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If you haven't already, turn on notifications so you can be the first to know when we got new content for you. I'm Kavon, the Greedo Suave. We got JK, Beasternal.
what up, y'all?
We got AJ and Oslinja.
Hey, everybody! Long time no see.
JD Creates Activity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome.
We got Carl XKBHX.
What's up, folks?
All our pronouns are he, him, and his. We got 3 segments for y'all. We're gonna talk about some nerdy news and headlines. After news, we're gonna got a topic of the week to discuss. This week we're talking about everything going on with Microsoft. They've had several stories in the headlines lately. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about what we've been consuming this week and what's good, or since the last time we seen y'all. And that just means the games we've been playing, shows or movies we've been watching, comics or manga we've been reading, all that kind of good stuff. Then after podcast, we're gonna get into after podcast gaming, and we're gonna play some Gang Beasts, maybe some Halo, or maybe some Rocket League. So stick around for that. So let's jump into headlines real
Maybe we
quick.
can try to challenge RDC World 1. These.
Hey, that would be,
It's just like, yeah.
it would be
I think
something.
I want to be roasted by some loudmouth, very popular 20-somethings. 20
Right, you
somethings.
thought wrong. You got the wrong impression of me, bud.
I get older by the second thinking about getting beat up in a game by those guys while they're talking trash, because I don't do well with trash talk anyway. I'm not throwing my
I feel
controller.
you on that.
And I'm not going to show you how immature I can really be.
I'm sorry.
Not
to hear
today. Okay, not on this podcast.
That's not what not on my podcast. If they ever invite us on their podcast and humiliate us, I'm fine with that. But
Wow.
here,
That's different.
I have just a little bit of dignity. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Tad little bit.
I see.
Just
Somewhat of a JK. What's going on with the sexy lighting? You fading in and out? What's going on over there?
Yeah, he said he had to upgrade it.
Right?
I mean,
This man.
I mean, you looking exotic over there.
I'm still trying to calm Mjolnir from his.
Oh, you're not
I
worthy.
know I'm worthy. I know I am.
I
I
know
know
it.
I'm worthy.
That ain't the real Mjolnir, because if it was, it would have came right to my hands.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
That's how I know that's a replica right there, because I know I'm worthy. I know it.
Yeah.
It's like Captain Civil in Age of Ultron. He moved.
JK,
moved.
Preston said he can't hear you.
Hold on.
I can hear you just a little low.
Yeah, let me turn you up for me a little bit.
You turned me down.
Hey,
You at 106%. I don't know what's going on with your mic tonight.
I don't know either.
you're in that Wakanda mode right now.
What kind of mode?
Hey, there we go.
Sorry. Is it better
Yep,
now?
this mofo.
What'd he say?
What's good, thanking the heroes. So hopefully he'll be able to hear you from here, and if not, let us know for sure. So I guess first up is that Tokyo Revengers season 2 is coming to Disney Plus only, which I don't know. To me, it feels a little bit bizarre. I mean, I don't know, man. So like,
No, that's right. Bizarre.
I've heard a lot of okay, Crunchyroll's been getting like a really bad rap lately, for kind of like steamrolling talent with bad pay structures, poor treatment, that kind of stuff. It's been like a lot of stuff on Twitter and just on social media in general about that kind of stuff. But like, I don't know if Disney is gonna treat people better. So for that reason alone, it seems weird for Disney to just like be like, yeah, we're gonna jump in here. I don't know.
Well, do you think they're jumping in to save the day? Or,
Oh hell no!
'cause I
They
don't-
jumping in to get this
That's what I'm
money.
I was like, so you
That's
think
still gotta be a
Disney?
positive. That's
Yeah.
more competition.
It's
I
more
mean, true.
competition.
That's true.
It's also more eyes because more people have Disney Plus, I'm sure, than Crunchyroll. I'm sure that.
Easily.
That's
Easily.
true.
It's not-
That's
yeah.
true.
So
Yeah,
you-
no, they
you-
see money
you
on the
get the-
horizon. They not.
exactly.
And if they put it on the
Like-
first page of Disney Plus, at least 10% is gonna click on that.
Yeah, and that's probably more than their entire subscription base of Crunchyroll. So, yeah, I would
Damn.
absolutely. Like, think about it though. Like, really, like, because you see Disney, they're edging into anime a little bit. They'll do a
Yeah.
little, oh, Star Wars, yeah, animate this up. Go ahead, yeah,
They did that with the Wolverine.
finest anime chefs and let them chop it up real quick. So
Right.
They got
I
Dragon
don't
Ball.
know. I think it's a good idea. I don't think you can lose as Tokyo Revengers. Do I think it's the right audience? No, but I think that it's that's a good idea in my opinion. I don't see any losses for Tokyo Revengers anyway.
True.
Disney's probably wasting money, but they're doing great.
I mean, they got Dragon Ball Z now. They got Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, I didn't know they had Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they got Dragon Ball Z merch.
Oh, merch. But like, do they have like actual like Dragon Ball Z like the actual content, the anime on there?
Did the
That'd be
latest movie come out
Oh.
anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's a limited release like always. It wasn't that good. I happened to see it by other means. A friend of Swab's stopped by and he was like, "Hey, I just got off the high seas and this fell off of a boat." And I watched it.
Wow. That's what we're doing, dude? We're taking
No,
shit?
that's not. Like
Yeah.
I said, I had no part in the
We're
His name was
setting
Pirate
sail over here.
had no part in actually attaining the content. I just happened to see it. It fell off of a boat across
So-
the high seas.
If I didn't want to get on a ship, where can I actually watch this right now?
You don't want to get on a. See, I think that somehow I think I would cross over into pirate territory if I started explaining to you. Just maybe later you will also receive a package that fell off of a ship
There you go.
from
Wow.
later. Like definitely not on Twitch, will I say?
No,
No,
never.
never that. Okay.
But yeah, no, I didn't sail the high seas myself, but
So there's no legitimate sources right now that I can
no. And this is always what happens. Those movies come out, and then 6 months to a year later, they release the actual the actual version, so you can watch it on like TV or whatever. Like that's the same thing they did with My Hero. The One Piece movie just came out. They're gonna do it with that. Like it's gonna be 6 months to a year, and then it'll be like, hey, now you can buy it on all streaming platforms. So that's what you have to.
trying to buy it.
I mean, you can rent it. You're
I
not
give
gonna
these
stream it.
I give these money. I give
If you
these
gotta-
mofos money every month. Give me something.
if you want to stream it on Crunchyroll, you have to wait like a year and a half plus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you gotta wait till they're just gonna exhaust all the resources. All their like opportunities. So first thing is the movie theaters, right? Whoever is a diehard fan is gonna go to the movie theaters. All right. Next thing is, hey, let's get this thing out to the people who didn't want to pay for it in the movie theaters, but we'll spend $5 to watch it, $5 to $20 to watch it on, streaming, either own it or rent it. And then after they feel like that's not happening anymore, they'll say, all right, Crunchyroll, you can have it. Or whatever streaming platform they go with.
How long it took for Demon Slayer to come back on?
It took, well, Demon Slayer was a little bit different, I think, because it's more popular. I actually think Demon Slayer is more popular. So I think it came to Crunchyroll a lot faster than Dragon Ball Z did. But I would put Dragon Ball Z in the category of My Hero, where it's like, it's got a fan base, but not one like Demon Slayer did for some reason. I don't know why Demon Slayer's fan base is so large. I think it's because of social media though, because I think Dragon Ball Z is kind of old.
We can't put One Piece in that same category as well.
I feel like One Piece. It's hard to jump into One Piece because there's so much content.
I can't stand One Piece.
Well, it's intimidating to be like, oh, you watch One Piece? No, and then you go and you see there's like thousands of episodes.
I don't think he thinks that series is going to be done till like 2030 also. I think he's like, yeah, it's got 10 more years of content.
He said they're on the last couple of chapters though.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said it in the tweet.
Okay.
He's like, because at Luffy crying, he's like, well, it's sad to say we're almost finished with the last couple of chapters.
Okay,
So
that makes, because remember we were in college when he was like, yeah, I got like, I don't remember how many years, but it was like, I was like, I don't even know what the world was going to look like when the last chapter of One Piece is done. That was like 10 years ago, but he was like, yeah, I got like 20 years of content or something like that, but maybe I guess it was 10 years. So yeah, he had it all mapped out that far ahead. And I was like, who's gonna still be there? And apparently I definitely don't bet on anything I tell you guys to bet on, because apparently I was wrong when I was like, nobody's gonna still be watching.
Got any other ideas with the stock market or anything like that?
Yeah, just go the opposite direction of whatever I say. You guys make a killing.
AJ 10 years ago, One Piece is gonna be a bust, man. No one's gonna do that.
Nobody's gonna stick around. It's too busy. It's crazy. It's stupid. It's still going.
Who's gonna go?
AJ was also the guy who was just like, Bitcoin is just a fad.
Yeah. Well, right now
he might be right about that.
Right now, it's very correct because everybody's losing money crypto. But yeah, no, it'd be like me saying Apple, trash,
Shit. Trash software,
trash software. Look, this iPhone. Who wants to see?
Say it one more time.
Who wants a full black screen?
Say that one, AJ.
I'm not saying it so you can clip it, my man.
Oh, it's already clipped.
He was like, but that wasn't clear enough. Let me clip it again.
I'm trying to put you in the trick box.
I'll say it for you. AJ said Apple trash.
I didn't say Apple trash. I'm saying that was an example. I said
of a thing you could have said.
I said Apple expensive, and therefore I hate it. That's not. I didn't say trash. I've never called Apple trash. I called Apple people trash.
Damn.
It's expensive.
It was expensive as shit out the gate.
Yes.
It still is. But I guess, like, it's funny. We can get the main topic in just a second, Swab. But it's crazy what I think is expensive now versus what I thought was expensive, 8 years ago before I got into tech. Because now, an iPad ain't expensive anymore. Shit used to be completely too expensive. Way too
inaccessible.
Inaccessible.
Yeah.
Had to save up for months.
But the cheapest iPad Pro is $1,100 for that 13-inch.
That's if you're buying it from Apple. Y'all need to learn about a site called Back Market. Quality Apple products.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like. Did you say refurbished?
Perfectly refurbished.
Carl will never buy refurbished anything. Come on.
He needs to be the first one to use it.
Carl, you know what? Some of us ain't that bougie.
This man would never buy refurbished. I don't care. I don't care what value it'll give me. It could be like, Carl, you want this refurbished time machine? Refurbished.
How many users were there before me?
Look,
What time periods do they go
It's
to?
just like
look,
it's like
the
Carl
kids might get refurbished. I might give them the kids refurbished, but you
Carl,
know,
I worked too damn hard to not have a brand new piece of device.
No, this
want
man
that
wants
new
that new
device
factory
smell.
smell. Yeah, he wants it. That
New
smells
device.
like they just 3D printed this.
I gotta pull the plastic off. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, that feels so good. That plastic.
Come on, Carl. You don't pull the plastic off. Let's be honest. The plastic erodes or disintegrates. That's when the plastic leaves your devices.
I've evolved, AJ.
No, that
Plastic.
TV you had, that TV you had in college, I'm sure the plastic is still on it.
That TV is retired. It's
That is
behind me in the
but the
office.
plastic is still on it. Is my point.
The plastic is completely off. How dare you?
I don't believe you. And we don't have any camera footage. That plastic is still on there.
He needs to see it.
AJ,
You just leave the plastic on everything. You just be like,
if I wasn't trying to
coloring and curling
maintain,
on the edges.
if I wasn't trying to maintain my dignity, Red Square, I would let you see this. But Red Square has to remain for now.
That's true. You gotta make enough appearances because if you don't show up enough, somebody might be able to reclaim that.
Yeah.
It's like squatters' rights or something like that. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So the LA anime convention has banned AI generated artwork. Like, so I guess before this there was like a big controversy
Why?
at like New NYC anime, or it was another anime con on the East Coast, and they had like people selling AI generated art in the artist alley, and people lost their fucking minds, which I mean, understandable.
I 100% agree with that. Like,
I agree.
Why? What's the problem?
So,
the problem
you
with
said
AI, let me tell you what's wrong with AI generated artwork. It's like going to like a food festival and having a McDonald's kiosk. Like,
listen. Is the culinary experience exquisite? If the culinary experience is McDonald's, get out my face. But if I'm having perfect foie gras sitting on A5 Wagyu, all right, white gloves on the service, I'm not mad if
Was it
AI
made by a
prepared that
person?
for me. I could care less. That thing tastes good. I guarantee it. If the culinary experience is on that level, that's what I care about.
see,
they
so
can 3D print you a steak. As long as it tastes good, you're straight.
But the problem is,
Yes.
right?
Suave.
We're not.
Your
This
point
is
is
a
valid.
listen. This is not about. This is not about the enjoyment of the thing, right? Because Artist Alley is it's a kind of like it has a there's like a character to it. It's almost like if you could augment your body and then you join like the sports league or something like that, right? Like it's the reason why steroids are illegal, right?
So you're saying there's a cheating aspect to this?
Yes, it is, because what it allows for you to do is just have AI literally generate anything you think of, right? And it won't even be better than the artist, but it'll still sell, right? So what it's doing is it's taking away money from people who are out in Artist Alley to buy art, right? They might not buy all of your AI generated art, but you are like, they don't have infinite money. So every time you sell a piece, you sell a piece that you worked on for 10 seconds, and another person sells a piece that they actually worked on. Like it takes away the value of their work. It literally does. Like in a capitalistic society, it does that, right?
Okay, so this is about the artist. This is not about the end user.
Right, exactly. Okay. I'm not thinking about the artist.
I was thinking about me as the buyer.
Yeah, as the consumer, right? And that makes sense. You as a consumer. So if you want to start an AI generated T-shirt company, do that. In fact, I recommend everybody does that, right?
Blerdimension coming. 2 months.
Oh, I'm already ahead of y'all, so that's why I said it, because I'm already doing it. So like, you got,
don't tell too much.
But no, I mean, who couldn't think of
extreme?
Nobody can think of it, AJ. We're innovators. Thanks.
Okay, sure. But anyway, so AI doing this generated art, right? And then you sit in Artist Alley, right?
Yeah.
No, your laptop should sit in Artist Alley. You sit somewhere else. That's not what Artist Alley is for, right? The same reason why you Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame is the reason why you shouldn't sit in Artist Alley, because you got an asterisk next to your art skills. Like, I get it that computers are coming for us all, and they will eventually consume every job that is possible by humans, right? Because we're doing it on purpose. We literally don't want to do anything, but at the same time, we also we also don't want to be replaced. It's like, it's crazy. We're okay with everyone else getting replaced, but the moment it starts coming for us, we're like, wait a minute, what about authenticity?
Facts.
But this is Artist Alley is a place where you go to meet the people who make the content you enjoy, and then you get to see their skills, sometimes in action, right? Sometimes they're
Yeah.
drawing at the table.
Yeah.
And if you have AI generated artwork, you are taking money from those artists. So eventually what's going to happen, right? Everybody's going to do AI generated artwork. And then what Artist Alley will just become kind of like this, like, AI generated art panhandling section of, and like it will remove whatever Artist Alley is, that magic that created Artist Alley. Like the coolest thing is going in there and seeing your favorite artist drawing something while you buy a print, right? Like, so, but
What if?
Go
But
ahead.
then, what should happen when 5 of the 10 top animes are animated, AI generated?
And that, but you won't. First of all, anime isn't a part of Artist Alley. It's what's part of Artist Alley is like, these are the people who actually draw their books and their stuff like that, and they created this idea, and so what you're saying is definitely going to happen, right? It's probably already happening. But what I'm saying is that that's not what Artist Alley is for. It's not for the content. It's for you meeting the artists. It's like, what if AI starts writing books? Are you going to have book signings of people who said, hey, I told AI to write this book?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Point.
So it's like, you're going to go shake the hand of the man who said, I told AI to write a fantastical tale, and this is what came out. You're going to shake his hand.
If OpenAI, right, come up with an AI that can make a New York Times bestseller, horror, biography, same AI does that. If there's a way that AI could give me a signature that exists on a blockchain, and now that thing has value, like,
but see, the signature wouldn't really have value, would it? Like, that's artificially inflated the same way that the signatures of real artists are artificially inflated. It'll be like cryptocurrency. It'll be hard to value.
But
like that's
I'm okay with that.
That's why crypto. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you're thinking about making money off of the signature. You're not actually thinking about treasuring the signature, which is why the signature has money. So, like, a signed baseball.
That's because I don't treasure anybody else's signature.
Right, that's my point. Which is why the reason you don't get. That's why I'm explaining your disconnect from the people who banned the AI. You don't.
No, I get it now. I get what you're saying now, because this is about the artists. Like, I didn't get it because I'm like, as the consumer, like.
Yes, yeah. Well, see, let me tell you what's going to happen if AI can write a book. You're not going to go to a book signing. You're just going to have AI tell you a different story every time you finish a book. You're just going to say, AI, spin me up another tale. Spin me up a tale of the the sequel to this book, to this book, to this book. We'll never ever enjoy somebody else's ideas. It'll just be AI spinning you. Like, you're not gonna.
Isn't everything AI has other people's ideas? Like, it has none of its own.
Yes, that's none of us do either, right? Everything is an idea that's been repurposed, right?
We stand on the shoulders, right?
And every concept we get is based on what we've experienced in the universe. So even if you wanted to, the universe, like the OG is creation, right? That's where you get your ideas. So
all my ideas are original.
Okay, besides tech, we get it from some other source, which is why they have not sold millions yet.
Oh, Jesus.
It's because the things I produce would break the world.
Saying that.
Oh man, that cut so deep.
To get from my source.
That went right to the bone, AJ. Come on now.
It was like, but no, but basically what I'm saying is, you're just going to tell AI to write you another story. You're not going to go to an AI book signing because you don't care about the fact that AI is writing you the story. You don't treasure, you're not like, oh, AI, you're my best friend. I love when you come up with these stories. Like, there's no human component to it. It is just a consumption thing now. So I get it. Artist Alley is not just for consumption. There's a human element to it. Yeah, I mean, and it's very close because people just want to run headlong into all these dystopian futures that we write about.
Pretty much.
But so
we've mentioned it before, guys. But like, spoiler warning: the stories are already written. Just why are we walking down the same path?
No, just do it. Just do it because they can't see any other alternatives. They can't stop. I think the problem is you can't stop. So it's like, well, no, we got to march to our death because
We
can't.
we
We're
must.
going to stop here? Is iPhone's going to be the greatest invention of all time? Is that
Yes.
it? We just stop here? We don't get holograms now? Well, we need AI
What if we
for
had
holograms.
like a 10-year change freeze? Like, what if everyone just like backed away from the keyboard, right? Like, you know, listen, Apple, Elon, you know, Bezos, change freeze, initiate it now. You know, we're gonna hold off
Okay.
for 10 years.
It's the
So
same
you're-
reason why
You're
everybody
okay with making $0 because that's what that would mean.
So, and not to mention, you think that's like saying, okay, why have nuclear weapons? Why don't we all just get rid of them? I'm not getting rid of my nuclear weapons because you're not getting rid of your nuclear weapons. You're not getting rid of your nuclear weapons because I'm not getting rid of my nuclear weapons. So we both still have nuclear weapons, and neither one of us is gonna shoot them because we both don't want to die. So it's just like nobody's gonna stop creating because they're like, the moment I stop, somebody else is gonna start or keep creating. They're like, yeah, sure, I'll put my creation to that. Got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you stop, somebody's gonna take your place. So like I said,
humans are
what are you
shit,
gonna do?
and we
You
all are
can't stop.
selfish.
So we're gonna
That's fair.
march our way to the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be here when it happens.
I
just
mean,
don't wanna
I
be
don't think you
here.
have a choice. I think that Terminator is way more possible now than it's ever been. I think the only thing to stop a Terminator from being possible is that it's much easier to go the Matrix route and just plug everybody into a metaverse.
It is much easier to go to the Matrix.
It's much cheaper. Like making robots that they actually do what humans do is kind of, first of all, it's inefficient.
Have you ever watched the video on regards to how much money like all of those robots would cost, right? Like just because when you look at the Terminator, like they had hundreds of thousands of robots like just getting blown up and then printed out again and blown up and printed out again. It was like in like the trillions of dollars. I'm just like what the army itself would cost. Not even like arming the army, but just what the army in itself would cost if we're looking at like today's robotics.
Well,
3, 2,
look,
1.
no. So we don't even need to go there, AJ. The asteroid belt belongs to me. I think we all know that. But
I'm fucking mute.
Mr. Elon Musk is targeting a $20,000 price point for Optimus. So at $20,000, 100,000 of them is 2 billies, right? So, so Terminator stuff, I think, was based on a more expensive manufacturing process. Yeah, you get Tesla and some of these other companies on making robots. You could get them in the price point to where, okay, you can make 1 million of them and over a decade period. And not only is that affordable, whichever company makes it is a profit because they're selling it. They're not just making it for their own use. So you could easily get to the point where you have a small country worth of robots.
Yep. And not to mention, when you're a giant machine, right, making these things, your entire working class doesn't get paid, right? It's just energy, right? So a lot of the stuff that breaks down for us in terms of resources is what are you going to pay the people, right? The bio stuff in the middle of progress, like what are you going to pay the people? Those people have wants, needs, and desires, like all that stuff. So that's really the issue. When you're a machine, you're recycling, first of all, I'm sure, right? You're melting down broken, like there's probably a scrap robot that we didn't see the story of in Terminator because it was irrelevant, but he's out there picking up the other guys, like just throwing them on a wheelbarrow and pushing them back to the big the big factory. Yeah, the big factory in the sky, gets them repurposed and sends them right back.
That's my purpose for existence, to collect trash.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I mean, it's very possible when all of the resources are allocated to it. Like the people had no real resources in Terminator, right? It's like, they're working off of like old 1980s technology, and they're somehow outsmarting this super intelligence, which is crazy. Which is why that was one of my issues with Terminator. It's like we would die immediately. Like
immediately.
We could
The
be
moment
felled
the
by.
guy who turns into
Because why
liquid
wouldn't they just
comes
why wouldn't they
back
just
here,
nuke the
we're all
world?
screwed.
Just why would you just turn the surface into glass? Just nuke everything. They're gonna survive.
Jesus.
The robots?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. I don't
It's
Just
because
nuke everything.
more cost
because
effective too.
that's
And
because
AI
AI
would
didn't
come to
write
that
that
solution.
story. AI would have wrote
Facts.
that story, it'd be nice and neat. They would have nuked the surface, everything's glass, and then they would have repurposed that glass and built this beautiful oasis later. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So
AI
a
didn't write
light
that
side
story.
note.
Humans wrote that story.
Before we move to the next step, I'm just now like reading about like the Neuralink thing. Is this what you were talking about earlier, AJ, in regards to like the end is here?
I just know when we're gonna start, putting computers in people's brains that the end is here, right? Because like when we start effing with what a human is, right, to the point where it's like these people are augmented humans, right? This is what all technologists. Well, this is what Ray Kurzweil calls the singularity, basically, where like kind of like everything kind of like merges into one. But it's like once you do that and put technology in humans, right, you change what humans are. I just feel like anybody who wants to be human is screwed, right? Anyone who wants to stay human is screwed because you're not going to be able to compete with these superhumans.
Facts.
And God forbid it turns them into zombies, right? And now we're starting the zombie apocalypse because I mean you're literally
I'm ready
messing
for
with
that
the
bit,
brain. Nobody even really understands the brain 100%. It's not like we figured out everything about the brain. Like
We
neuroscientists are finding out new stuff every day. Like, oh, the brain might be a quantum computer. Like I read an article
Well,
about
it
that.
has
Where,
to
like
be a
it might.
quantum computer. It pretty much has to be,
Right.
to some degree.
So that's what I'm saying though. We just found that out like recently. This is
So I'm
recent.
wasting a quantum computer, like watching anime.
Oh yeah, we all are, of course. But I mean, what's the use of a
Damn.
quantum computer? Like everything we build is for our pleasure. So it's like you're not wasting anything. Like, the universe is gonna repurpose you later anyway. Do what you want.
Facts. Gotta turn it back
True.
into energy.
But
So
Yeah,
while I'm
no.
here, I'm going to enjoy anime.
yeah, well, I mean that's the thing about we when we write sci-fi, we always try to write it like we're doing living wrong, but I can't like you can't give me a fundamental basis for what living should be. Like just the like literally stars just shoot out matter, right? They don't really care what it does. So like when they explode, they shoot out matter, and the matter goes all over the universe. But it's not like, oh dang, that was supposed to make this, and I screwed it up. Like no, they just shoot it out. Black holes eject stuff, absorb stuff. Like you can't really. That's why sci-fi is always crazy to me because they always try to make it seem like, oh, we're just living wrong. It's like, are we? Like this. We haven't proven which is the right way yet. Most people don't agree on that. So yeah, you're not wasting a quantum computer, you're using one. Now you can definitely say you're wasting it if you wanted to do something else, but I mean then that's everybody, right? Not to mention you didn't even know what a quantum computer was when you started using it. So you can definitely build a bunch of inefficient processes in it.
True. That's true.
That's fair. That's fair.
So for the next thing, apparently we're on the brink of some space travel stuff. So we've talked about space travel before. I think last time most of us were, a no on that. But what if you could get suspended like in the Outer Worlds, which
Okay.
I mean maybe
Absolutely.
the Outer Worlds is not the
If
best
I can go
example.
into deep sleep.
But
If I can go into deep sleep, I'm fine. Like 100%.
No.
Knock me out.
No,
Still
Because it's a blink. It's a blink of time.
Did you play the Outer Worlds?
Okay,
I don't need to play the Outer
That's your
Worlds to
problem.
know that's not what I want.
See,
True,
I've
but
seen a few movies where it goes wrong. But
I'm not
as long as
going
it
to
goes
sleep for
right,
anybody.
I'm fine.
Not going to sleep. I mean, cause like, okay, so I guess in the Outer Worlds, the problem is that like the ship malfunctions and you wake up like to somebody reviving you, and they only have enough whatever the fuck they have to revive you, and they need you to help them save the world. But like, I think AJ and Carl have maybe some similar concerns to me. Like, who the fuck knows where you're gonna wake up, how you're gonna wake up, like. What like are you
I'm
gonna be in your
not
same body?
Going
I don't know.
to sleep for anybody.
So,
That's not happening.
Sleep.
so my issue is that first of all, there's nothing established out there, right? Until we get the whole quantum
But
entanglement.
what if there was? So if there was
thing,
a city, they're gonna
But
put
you
you
would-
to sleep,
you would
take you to a new
know.
city.
there's no message you can send that I would get in a reliable amount of time that would let me know that there is something out there. You just got to go out there and hope, right? So
Look.
you're going to shoot me off.
True.
Like, this is not even a moonshot, which, right? Like, the reason they say, oh, that's a moonshot is because the fact that you're hitting a bullet with another bullet is crazy, right? So now you're shooting me out into space. You're shooting a bullet out into the middle of the ocean, trying to hit a needle in a haystack, right? Like, it's like, you really don't have an opportunity for, or you don't have any leeway or space for failure, and you're almost guaranteed to fail. Why would I want to even go into space? There's nothing out there. Like, nobody wants. The space has been romanticized. That's why we want to go out.
I mean,
there.
for sure. For
I'm
sure.
not
Nobody-
convinced there's nothing out there.
No,
But-
I'm not saying there's nothing out there as in nothing exists out there. There's nothing built for me out there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it is almost a guarantee. It is more likely than not. Chris is out there. No, I'm telling y'all the truth about space. I'm tired of people lying about space. Let's talk about space. The likelihood that there is an atmosphere or an environment that I can survive in when I would literally, this is the environment that my body most works in best, as far as we know. And to think that, oh, there's probably something better out there. I mean, yeah, there's also probably a planet made of cotton candy. Like, those are both equally as true. Like, there's a planet out there made of cotton candy, and there's a planet out there like Earth. Like, those, you can't prove
I
any
feel
of
like
that.
it's a low likelihood on the cotton
It may
candy
be a-
stuff.
No. But if you look at the math, it's so far out in the other direction. It's not closer to infinity than zero, right? That's not possible. But it's so far away from zero on a number line that you couldn't
I don't think
place
it's.
that
Why
number
would it be
line
far from
on the
zero?
planet.
I don't
Zero.
know.
No,
if
I'm saying like, no. Where's this planet at, right? Where's this planet at? How can you guarantee that when you launch me in that direction that there's not going to be some other?
I'm not doing it under that circumstance. What I'm doing is we've mastered quantum teleportation, and I get there instantly.
That's
Okay?
different. But
I'm
that's
not-
my point. But we're not
I'm
talking
not-
about that. We're talking about getting yourself shipped into space.
I'm
through
not doing
hibernation.
one-way trips. No
That's
one-way
what
trips.
it
for
is.
this.
And it's not only a one-way trip, but it's like, this might happen or it might not happen. You might get somewhere safe.
There's people that's down for that. God bless them. We need them so that we could get to quantum teleportation, and that's when I get involved.
I think that you're
that's
taking
when I
advantage
get
of people
involved.
that don't love themselves. You
take
see people
advantage
in
of
space.
people.
That's
There's
what I
people
think.
that love adventure. AJ, far be it from me to
No,
stop
they
them
don't love
from being
themselves.
adventurous.
Brother. They need therapy. They don't need to go to space. That's what they need, therapy.
They love
Are you trying to tell me something here, AJ?
If you want to go into space, I need you to go see a therapist first. Like, come on. Like, at
No,
least-
you
at
have
least
to.
at least when you sail the ocean, right? Like-
Astronauts have to see therapists, so that's a thing.
Yeah, I know they have to see therapists, but they're seeing them for the wrong reasons. They need to see them for the reason for wanting to go to space in the first place. You're not supposed to be there. You're literally not supposed to be there.
I'm just really
Going there is subverting like everything that is natural about you. It's not a natural act at all to go to space. You
So,
can't
Of
breathe
course it
there.
is.
You lose mass there just for being there. Just for being there, you lose mass. It's like, oh, hey, you're in space.
Is there a
There's
certain
mass
amount
tax
of
here.
time you can
You don't
be,
need it.
Mass
be
tax
in
here, my
You don't
space?
need it.
You're gonna lose a percentage of your mass every year you in space. That's how we roll. We take mass from niggas. Like, that's what's happening in
All you
space.
gotta do is exercise a little bit and
No,
increase
that
the
doesn't
calories.
help. That doesn't help. That's like getting a break on your taxes. That's not like getting. That's not them saying, hey, you ain't gotta pay taxes. That's just like, look,
Look,
all right, nigga, we're gonna give you a little cut here for charity. So
look,
no,
Like,
It's a-
so when they say the ocean is like space.
no, it's not. But it's equally as terrifying.
I can
But,
see why they
look,
say that though.
We just need Bulma's father to get on that gravity machine, and you get to hold on to your mass a little bit.
Listen, AJ's whole message is everything is scary. Stay the fuck inside.
Stay on the land, people. We don't got gills. Like, why do I have to say these things? Why are we always doing stupid stuff? We ain't got wings. I don't even like airplanes. That's just a necessity. Like, we're not supposed to.
Why
be
is
in
it a
this
necessity, AJ?
place.
It
I
might
wanna
be.
go on an airplane.
Look, it might be a necessity to go to Titan soon. maybe the best foie gras on top of steak is going to be in Titan soon. I'm going to need to go there, AJ. Quantum teleportation.
Duck liver ain't even that good. All right, it ain't even that good.
You are incorrect, sir. That thing's glorious.
Basically, what Carl was saying is that I'm not
So
going.
good.
I'm not going on a second trip. I'm not even going on a third trip. I'm going on the trip where they finally have a direct connect link to where you can get to point A and point B.
Yes, no one-way trips to space for this guy. Look, there's plenty of people that love and have the spirit of adventure, and God bless them, and they'll blaze the trail. Blaze the trail for folks like myself
Yeah, I told you, I
that
just want to give
want
those
to
people a
have a
hug.
return trip.
I just want to give those people a hug. Every
And
time
you
somebody
should
talks
give them a
about
hug,
space,
AJ.
I'm like, bring it in. I know somebody doesn't love you somewhere here, and you gotta go there. Come in, bring it in. I love you. All right, you ain't gotta go to space.
You don't gotta do this.
Hang out. What you want to do? Just don't go to space, man. That's
They
not
want
what
to
you're
go to
supposed
space,
to be.
AJ. That's what they want to do.
Bring it in.
That's
They
not
wanna
your
be
Earth
home.
first. Can we fix Earth first? Get Earth running nice and shiny. Let's not hit each other here before we start going there. Like, come on. Like, we got so much
Facts.
stuff to do here. So much work to do here. I love
So
it.
much
Bring
work.
it in. You're valued here. If you go out there, you lose a lot of value. Like, you got value
A
here.
lot of value.
God damn.
They might make it, AJ. You don't even know.
Look, I'm not
They're
about them making
resilient.
it. I just want them to love you so they ain't got to try to make it. They can do it. You can,
So I
you
can
just
leave that
stay
behind.
here. Stay here with us. Somebody
It's
loves you
because
here.
they love
Somebody
us.
loves
They
you
want to make.
here.
I'm absolutely positive that the people that want to go to space don't love many people on Earth. Like, that's,
I find that hard to believe, AJ. I
Damn.
think they're abounding in love.
Probably so.
They love
Preston,
humanity.
Preston wants to go to Venus. He's going to get roasted there. Sure, go to Venus, Preston. Go to Venus.
Gosh, dude, you're gonna be
Go to
crispy.
Venus. Either
Venus
you're going to run
clouds,
into
boy.
some Asgardians or you're going to get roasted on the way in. There's only
You're
two.
gonna
There's
be
two
very
options.
crispy,
White
dude. Going to
skin
Venus.
God, AJ, you can't
You
let
said
nobody
Venus
dream.
clouds? You think the clouds? You don't think there's still going to be too much pressure and too much heat?
I think those clouds
Not on the surface.
are
No,
gonna
he
be
doesn't want to be on the surface. He wants to live in the clouds.
Yeah,
which
but
is
I
Oh,
think
not
those
on
clouds are
still-
sulfur. So
So that's the fire, right? You're still
problematic.
burning. Yeah, like
that's problematic. I don't think the clouds are hospitable right now. But you know what? If you figure that out, Chris, there's a future for you. No question about it.
Absolutely.
look, people get isolation sickness from the pandemic, but y'all want to go to space. Y'all
Facts.
understand your apartments.
I
Y'all
felt
have
fine during the
Stay in
pandemic.
their
Y'all have
apartment for like
food
3
delivered.
months.
I know you felt fine, Carl, but you also have a whole family, right? Like
Facts.
you might even when they
Yeah.
annoyed you, even when they annoyed you, they're still like, oh, there's somebody breathing in the next room. People were literally going crazy from sitting in a room for a year plus, and now these niggas like, no, I can
Look,
survive with
these people
space.
should have put a ring on it. I don't know what to tell them. They're messing around.
You
Some
should
of
have
them
got
did in
married
the
before the
pandemic.
pandemic.
Some of them got married in
Before
the
the
pandemic
world went to shit,
because
you
of the
should have found a
isolation.
partner.
You put a ring on it, it wouldn't have been a problem. It was great,
Wow.
except for
Listen, a
except for
lot of
the millions of
people
people
during
dying.
the
You
pandemic
know,
took
Yeah,
that
yeah,
ring
that part,
and
that
chucked
part.
it out the
The
goddamn
million
window.
people dying, the loss of equity and value and almost everything, and the
Those are
overall
details.
giant depression that the country is going through, or the world is going through since it happened. Like people are still have like crazy anxiety. Like, yeah, but let's go to
Yep.
space.
That's a side
people are
concern.
still dying.
But other than that, it was great.
People are still dying.
Still
Facts.
dying and being disabled out here. So let's talk about Neuralink real quick because they had an event
Thank-
this week.
So
today,
I don't
yesterday.
believe that monkey was actually texting. I believe a Negro on the side, right, was
Well,
doing
that's not
it.
good, Negro. We've been related to monkeys too much in America.
Oh, facts.
And white man was
Yeah.
on the side texting. Like, not a
A
Negro.
white man was on the
It had
side
nothing to do with the monkey
texting.
text.
Facts. There is no. I don't believe it. You need to show me a whole video of not just like I need to see the connectors.
I think it's
need to see
believable,
the
right?
room.
They've
'Cause,
done
like-
it already with pigs, but it was wired connection, right? So, like a year or two ago, they showed it with the pig, but it was a wired connection. But this one, was where it was wireless, right? Like you couldn't see the scar anymore. So this took it to another level, but it's not like they haven't demonstrated this
So
before.
these niggas gonna create Caesar and then start Planet of the Apes. We just wanna create all of our nightmares. When Caesar gonna come up? This is just create our nightmares.
Tell me why I saw it.
Everybody
The
knows
first
how
time
to
I
make
watched it.
a monster clown they can like go around and kill children. Can we go ahead and create it? And let's go create the Thing and the Blob.
Was that a baboon though? Was that a baboon?
No, that was a what do you
What?
call it? One of them little M monkeys. I forgot.
'Cause I was
Yeah,
like, if it was a
uh,
baboon, you just want to take the most brutal
Absolutely.
monkey.
No.
and
This
give a
man
pow.
said, "I love Planet." Like you could see Elon. He was just like, "Let's get a monkey."
Let's create Planet of the Apes. Like let's do everything that we're afraid of. Like I don't know why we want to do it, but let's just do it. Let's do
Because you don't have
So
to
my
be
question
afraid
is-
if you're super rich.
Facts. You don't have to be
Easy.
afraid if you're super rich or if you're Elon Musk.
You know, you're
Like-
not afraid because you're super rich. You should be just as afraid as the rest of us. Like super rich people be dying all the time. It was a dude who he was a billionaire who he pretty much dedicated his entire life to immortality, and he died 2 years ago or like a year or two ago because he was like, I'm not gonna die because I'm gonna, I'm so rich I can find a way to prolong my life, and he didn't. Right? He's gonna die.
I mean, that's you can't beat mortality, but you can beat monkeys if you have a bunker.
No, you can't.
A paramilitary
Monkeys-
force that you pay for.
If
Facts.
monkeys were as smart as we were, we'd be dead right now. There's no way we beat them. They're physically superior. A chimp is 4 times stronger than the average man, right? 4 times.
Not
It's
to
really
mention
tough.
the fucking gorilla.
If a gorilla had our intelligence, I mean,
We've talked about this in our Discord before, but if a gorilla would fuck us all up. Well, besides
It's
me, I
true.
told that gorilla in a heartbeat.
wow, you saw how
But-
fast Harambe moved when he grabbed that child. I thought they sped up the video. I was like, I've never seen a creature move that fast. Like that is ridiculous. You can't fight these guys. If they had human intelligence, if any of the animals that we live next to, a chihuahua had human intelligence, we would be in danger. Like just a chihuahua, it
Yeah,
doesn't
we
matter
would be
what it is.
fucked.
They're all tougher than us. So why are we putting chips in monkeys? I know you think, I
Actually,
can
we should probably
Yeah.
get that chip out of that monkey now that you're thinking about
We
it.
should
get the chip out
You know
the
what? Somebody call Elon.
Some crazy script kiddie downloads all of the world's resources to that monkey's head, and now we're dealing with the super villain.
What you said, JK?
I was just
This monkey's
mic
origin
is-
story.
Not coming through for me.
You can just see it. Mojo Jojo or some shit.
Absolutely, we're making Mojo Jojo. God damn.
You can just see it. I was like, I
I'm
was stuck
saying
in
the
the
truth.
lab. I
We ain't
was
got no-
texting, asking for
I
snacks.
don't know what happened. I'm
constantly.
getting nothing now. Before I at least saw your little circle move.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, now
Oh, there we go. You gotta talk louder. I don't think you have
Kept
enough gain.
experimenting
So
on
you gotta
me.
talk louder.
Wait a
And
minute.
this
Is your
man
mic on
made
is your mic on your head or is your mic in front of your computer? Oh, okay, I'm about to say it. Because if that's the case, that makes sense.
Much.
They would never bring me snacks, no matter how many times I typed it on the damn computer.
There you
well,
go.
so
There you
you got to test it on animals. So are you saying just
Yeah.
keep it to pigs?
I'm saying,
No,
yeah,
I'm
well,
just
first of all,
saying.
anything without thumbs is good to me, right? Because I at least need that head start, right? You can build stuff, but hey, can you hold anything? You can't hold nothing. So even though you're smarter than me, you can't hold nothing. So you can't build no tools. It's going to be harder for you to build computers, right? So absolutely keep it to something that doesn't have thumbs, first of all, right?
So no raccoons.
No, well, raccoons especially not. Those things are vindictive. Like
Vicious.
you want
That's
raccoons
up
to
in a
be?
heartbeat.
Vicious.
Have you seen a raccoon in real life? Those things are
They would
not.
make us eat trash. Like raccoons would take over and they'd be like, "Eat this shit. Eat it right here."
To be fair, they probably think they were doing us a favor. Like, hey, this stuff
Right?
outside is great.
You're doing it
Like,
wrong.
Like we do our animals. Like we sneak them food from ours, the scraps on our table. They're gonna sneak
Thanks.
us scraps from our table back to our table. They're gonna be like,
Oh, no. This is the good part right here. Well, I don't know why you threw it out.
we threw it out, but now I'm gonna throw it back in. Like, but yeah, no, not raccoons. Nothing that can hold tools. Right? That's the first.
Koalas have 2 thumbs.
Yeah. Okay, and then so they would
Koalas
call
are
it twice as
fucked up, too.
fast.
Yeah.
Let's leave them out of it. Leave them out of it. How many hammers can you hold with 2 thumbs?
Also, nothing that flies. Nothing that flies.
Nothing that flies.
Mm.
And then it
Nothing
flies.
that sees in the dark, because I don't need that either.
Okay, well that's most animals, right?
That's
They all
again,
most animals
we're
can
chopping
see
them
better
off the
in the dark
list
than we
here.
can.
So pigs.
So what I'm
Pigs,
hearing
yeah.
is maybe
Eradication of
we
pigs.
just don't make this
Don't
thing
do it.
happen.
No, don't do it. But I mean, it's like space travel. We're gonna do it anyway. Why don't we just
Yeah.
ruin our lives as many ways as possible? We're gonna create all the nightmares. Let's just not find any portals underground and open those up, because we're gonna destroy ourselves sci-fi wise. But I hope we keep the fantasy elements to fantasy, right? Let's not open
No,
any
I need
portals.
the fantasy
Open any
elements. Where's
tombs.
that portal?
No, we're opening tombs now too, so we're probably gonna curse ourselves
Oh
too.
my,
Dude.
yo, why?
Facts.
We ain't gotta go
I
into
saw a
that.
couple. I saw a couple.
Fucking get
a piece
curse
of it
to
when
the
it was
mummy and some
streaming.
shit.
The tech is kind of insane what they were doing, because so I saw this one part where it's like, okay, yeah, they came up with like a custom drill to make the incision, because right now you still need a neurosurgeon
Yeah.
to cut it open, and then the robot will put in the fibers. But they're trying to do it where it's like completely automated. So the machine does the cutting or whatever, and then your brain has like a dark layer that protects it from the bone, the inner part
Yeah,
of
the
the skull,
sacrum or whatever it is.
the dura, dura. So
Eerie.
it's relatively thick compared to the needle and the fiber. And at first they're like, yeah, they were gonna cut it, but if you cut it, like all the fluid in that area would go away, and then there'd be a bunch of tissue that would grow over it, and then therefore you couldn't remove the fibers, because that's one of the promises, is that if you want to remove it, you can. So they had to come up with this new needle that's both strong enough to penetrate the dura, but then let go of the thread. And they were just going through the process of how they iterate and they prototype and they 3D print their needles and all this crap. I'm just like, what? Like, they're 3D printing titanium needles, and
Yeah.
every couple hours they could prototype like a new needle idea. I'm like, that's insanity.
Yeah.
And then now, because now they have a needle that penetrates the dura, and because they don't cut the dura, the tissue won't grow, right? So they don't have the tissue problem, and now you could place in the fibers, and then if you remove it, it'll just like come through. I'm like, the technology and all these different systems I'm seeing, I'm like,
It is fascinating.
that's
Wow.
insanity.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. You guys aren't watching The Peripheral yet, but like
I'm watching that.
Okay, see,
I'm liking it.
So like, I'm all cool for the whole like, tap thing. That seems real fun. But I mean, they still even ended in destruction. But I mean,
True.
I don't know.
Listen, what I'm telling you is the moment you open your brain up to Wi-Fi is the moment you can be hacked.
Fact.
Like,
I know. I know.
It's literally a cyber. Of course, right? You working in cybersecurity, right? You know that like the safest way to protect something is to remove access from everybody, right? You want to know what's on my mind? Ask me a question. There's no way I'm putting a port in my brain. Like,
so it's substantially harder, but the truth is you could actually hack people's brains now. So
yes, that's true, but it's
like social engineering is a completely
wirelessly. So using microwave, like the military has studied this on how to control large portions of population with just shooting microwave stuff.
Yeah, you can.
Now, usually it gets you in like a trance-like state, so they're not necessarily reading thoughts or whatever. But that was decades ago. If they're still investing in that and seeing where that goes, like who's to say that they can't just actually read thoughts and then insert thoughts? Because they could just get you in a state where you're trance-like, and maybe that's just sort of like Inception. That's how you get your mind into a bootloader. Okay,
Yeah.
we put you in this translate. Now we're in the bootloader, and now we can
New
upload
operating
whatever.
system.
Exactly.
Let's put in this USB and boot from USB now. We're not booting from.
So
Yo,
we're not necessarily safe if we don't have these implants, but we're substantially safer for sure.
Yeah, and so and that's all cybersecurity is about, right? You can't truly secure any data, right?
Absolutely
No.
not. My job
You
is
just
to
make it.
the pain
You make it.
as
Yeah.
least as possible.
Make somebody else's data easier to access. Go to that database, not mine,
Mhm.
right? So like that's what all cybersecurity is making your stuff hard to get to, so that people who want to get to.
We mentioned earlier in regards to like in scary movies, just making sure your door is locked. That's kind of it. I make
Yeah.
sure doors are locked.
Yeah, but
Or
I mean,
you
if
trip
somebody
the blonde girl. You trip the blonde girl.
right, and tripping
you're
the blonde
running.
girl is making it easier. Like, hey, Jason just wants to kill. He don't care who it is. So
ain't gotta
if I
be me.
trip the blonde
There
girl,
you go.
so what I don't like is and obviously I'm the contrarian to almost all technological advances beyond the cell phone, because it's just like the closer you get to these sci-fi worlds, the closer I just can't imagine that them being good worlds, because
No, they're not. They're not going to be good. No.
yeah,
I
the
agree with you.
trend is already negative. There's no way it just like does like a parabola, kind of like, oh, we're going up now. Like, no, this is asymptotically going closer to zero as we speak. Like, there's no way we're going to be good people with more technology, and just it's going to be like Elysium or something like that, where it's like or Battle Angel Alita, where it's like the rich people live in some place that they've
Of
built, and then
course.
we're all stuck here.
Yeah.
For their entertainment.
Tech is not a solve for social issues.
And that's exactly why the foie gras and A5 Wagyu is going to be on Titan. And
Oh yeah, but it takes money to get the Titan, unfortunately.
Exactly.
So they'll
So
be.
I got to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll be on Titan first, though. So when you get there, it'll be pretty much like being here. You ain't gonna get no foie gras. You'd be lucky if you get that
This
stuff in the
movie's not
Matrix.
making-
What is that
Yeah,
stuff they're eating in that stuff in the Matrix? Look like oatmeal or whatever it was, the
Wow.
gruel they're eating in the Matrix. That's what you'd be
Everything
lucky to get.
the body needs. Listen, you don't know the moves I'm making, okay?
That's true. That's true. I have no
I'm
idea
getting
what
the
you're doing.
I'm getting the Titan.
Okay, look, I'm all for you getting the Titan, having your foie gras, and not having to service the tech overlords that me and my great grands will have to adhere to their rules and pledge allegiance to Elon and Bezos. But
yeah, dude, like
Alright.
what really blew me, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw some pieces because I chimed in on the live stream. What really blew me was like, yeah, I just kept seeing. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And okay, that's how you do that. Okay, like it wasn't like, how you see some things and it's they give you this slick little animation and graphics. I'm like, yeah, this is how it's gonna work. I'm like, okay, that's a bunch of fluff, right? But like they showed you the engineering process. So I'm guessing that presentation was mostly for recruiting because it was way too practical. It was way too technical, nuts
Yeah.
and bolts how things
It
get
wasn't like
done.
marketing.
Right, like from the surgery stuff, like the biological piece, they have their doctors, from the neuroscience, what they're doing, from the AI, from the how they actually plan to automate the procedure, like the whole thing. I'm like, this is not fluff. This is happening. Like they're aiming 6 months to a year from now for this thing to be in humans. Like they've been doing it in animals or whatever. 6 months, it's human beings' turn. They want to solve blindness out the gate. I'm like, that's what we're doing right now?
I saw that.
let me tell you, when they hit that red button and your grandma attacks you because Elon told her to, that's on y'all. That is on y'all.
Like he fucking mom and his Futurama, and Oh my god.
So
That
look,
yeah.
if you get 20% of the population that have that, yeah, he kind of rules the world.
Yeah, he's got all the votes. He's got all the votes.
Nigga.
Yeah,
Go
that's
in. Go in there. You're gonna see yourself voting for someone else, but your ballot is gonna say Elon. I promise. Because he saw blindness.
So,
He also has
saw
controlling
C.
eyes.
Yeah. Goddamn. Yeah. That it was
But it is insane. The
crazy.
technology that they showcase is mind blowing.
Absolutely. And what was I gonna say? I forgot.
By the way,
Shit.
semi delivery was tonight.
Yep. That did happen tonight. I saw that. So now he's taking truckers' jobs because, you know.
Look, he's not gonna have himself drive yet. You know, they got a good 5 years probably.
I mean, if it happens, they've been promising FSD for, consumer vehicles for years.
Well, it's in beta now, but everybody could get it now.
But that's also political too. It's like, you can't really
They can't
self-drive. Yeah, because nobody trusts it.
And they shouldn't. That shit.
Well, let's be fair. It has less accidents than actual people do. Because there's like it now when it messes up, and it's like, why did it do that? But
I haven't looked at the ratio. But
so
yeah,
you got to be careful now. Don't conflate FSD beta with autopilot. Those are not the same thing. Those are definitely not the same thing.
When people treat autopilot like full self-driving,
it's not.
A lot of people get in accidents. Like 2 guys got into an accident. They were both in the back seat when the car crashed.
What?
And they were using autopilot. Yeah. So if you're in the back seat of the car, if autopilot, which is an FSD, right, makes a mistake, how do you fix it? Y'all both in the back seat.
So the FSD beta is now open for everybody to get. So before they were gradually letting people come in based on their safety score or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now anybody that wants it, has a Tesla that paid for FSD, they can try out the beta. It's still a beta. Okay. And therefore you're still responsible. But that is different than autopilot. And most people conflate the two and they're not the same.
So whose fault will it be if FSD kills somebody? Like, I think that's where kind of the politics come in.
That depends on when it's out of beta. So when it's out of beta.
Yeah, when it's out of beta. When it's like they've released it 1.0, it's ready to go. Tesla strikes somebody, they die.
Wouldn't it be circumstantial either way? Like,
no, if you're behind the wheel and they find you culpable, right? Like, you're gonna get charged with like vehicular manslaughter or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna get that's like you said, under the laws we have now, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. But those laws are gonna change if cars are driving themselves, right?
So there's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot that goes into that. So there's the laws. There's also the terms of use of that thing. So it would depend on what the terms of service is for FSD beta. Like when you use social media, who the hell knows what's in those EULAs right now? Pretty much nobody, but you still use it, right?
Yeah.
So they probably check themselves out of any kind of responsibility in those EULAs. But people just click. So the precise answer is who knows? It would be the laws. It'll be the agreement that Tesla writes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think that the laws would force any company that claims to have a full self-driving vehicle that if full self-driving is engaged, that the automaker is responsible.
Agreed.
And of course, that also has insurance implications as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why Tesla got into the insurance game.
Because no insurance company is going to deal with full self-driving, not until it's ubiquitous, and then they'll be like, yeah, we also support that because we're good people, the Discovery there.
Which will make it a windfall for Tesla because it's like, oh well, if you want to use FSD outside of beta, you gotta have Tesla insurance because nobody else would insure that probably, right? And so,
Yeah, not till later.
Probably not.
so like, yeah, but
All right.
yeah, I think a lot will go into it. But the beta, everybody can get that beta now, from what I understand. Like, there might be a little. The people that have the newest cars, they have to wait a little longer because apparently their software is newer, and they're upgrading people from a later software. So you have to wait for a new build, to which all the new one could go up there. But everybody now, there's no limit. Everybody can get the beta if you want it. You just gotta spend 15 grand or $200 a month, or $200 a month. No biggie.
Easy. That's a tiny home right there, Tech. That's one whole tiny
There
home.
you go. That's some money right there. Shit. All right. So let's talk about the topic of the week real quick. So I mean, there's a bunch of headlines about Microsoft, just about the stuff we've already been talking about. You know, they're trying to buy Activision Blizzard King. And like, so it's, you know, they're getting
It's
into
taking a long time to get that done. I thought that'd be faster.
Well,
you know,
PlayStation is crying.
oh, are they ever,
Yo.
nigga? So
They're over here like, this is not fair. This is not. I was like, was it ever supposed to be? Is that? Did we
Bruh.
say that's what we were trying to do? is
free,
play fair?
free market. What happened
You
to that?
bought Bungie. No, nobody
You
said nothing when you bought Bungie.
Dog. And then so that's the crazy thing, right? They have, you know, they've bought Bungie. They have shooters in their stable that they could revive that people would love to have back, and they are just like, no, we need Call of Duty. Like they've said that, like, if it went exclusive or whatever, like they would lose so much of their player base. No other shooter, like they just partner with EA for Battlefield exclusivity or some shit, and they were like, Battlefield can't compete, and
Yeah.
like nothing else can replace
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Basically, like they are going hard on this part, and Phil
Call of
Spencer is like,
Duty-
dog,
Dude,
I'm not.
You know what? I want it to go for another 6 months. I want them to spend at least a couple $100 million more on litigation and then lose in the most embarrassing way imaginable. Hope it just costs them even more money and then lose.
I feel like it's
Damn.
inevitable. Like y'all just bought a new property and then picked another one up, but like you're complaining about this one shooter, talking about your player base will never recover or some shit. Like I don't know, dog. You don't sound for real.
That's the thing that's crazy though, because like if you listen to anybody who's a PlayStation fanboy, they got all the exclusives. So
Right?
why would one shooter disappearing change your entire play base?
One shooter
you're
that
saying
wasn't
your
even
entire-
exclusive before this.
Yes, exactly. So it's like this shooter is not a PlayStation exclusive. It's not like they somehow snaked the deal from you. They just offered Activision an offer they couldn't refuse, and then now you're like, oh my gosh, well, you know, obviously you didn't have the money to do it because you would have done it if you did. And so now you're trying to say, oh no, our player base is gonna go. But I was like, but aren't you guys the like exclusivity console? Like,
Bruh.
aren't you guys the one? Like, nah, y'all can't play Street Fighter on nothing else, right? I mean, y'all hurt Street Fighter with that, but still, it's like, why? Y'all can't play it on nothing else. No, y'all can't play this on
Pisses
nothing
me
else.
off.
Like they do
Right.
that. They do that stuff all the time. Where it's like, but then now they want to be like, okay, we're gonna because Street Fighter isn't made by Sony, right? That's
Nope.
who makes
Capcom.
Sony? Capcom makes, right. So if Capcom's making Street Fighter, why did it become a Sony exclusive? Why did Spider-Man become a Sony? Well, it makes sense because they
Pisses
own
me
the
off,
movie
too.
rights.
But
But
no,
it's like,
Still.
why are all these things Sony exclusives? And then you get upset when somebody plays the game better than, like, that's the thing that I don't like. It just sounds kind of trash to be like complaining about that, and then to go as far as to be like, nah, man, this is an unfair, like,
Right.
like you guys, the exclusivity console, you guys talk about the history and all the games you got on there, and then
Right.
you lose one game that wasn't ever yours to begin with. It never had any ties to PlayStation. Nobody necessarily thinks of PlayStation when they think Call of Duty.
They
Right.
kind of do because they used to pay for
Yeah. Big
Early
marketing
release.
Oh
campaigns.
yeah, early release too.
DLC and
Yeah,
DLC.
Yeah, they get it before everybody else. But like when I hear people talk about Call of Duty, I don't, like certain games, the PlayStation logo plays in your head when they say the game, right? You hear Crash Bandicoot, you hear that, you see the PlayStation logo play, like that sound, that tone. But that ain't happening with Call of Duty. Like I know a lot of people that play Call of Duty on the PC.
True.
So it's like and in fact, PC shooters aren't going to play Call of Duty on the PlayStation ever. They're going to play it on the PC. The issue I have with this whole process is that what is the legal base? How are they able to tie this up? That just shows you how much money affects the legal system.
Absolutely.
Because they don't really have a leg to stand on. Somebody bought something that you used to use. Okay. When a bank forecloses on a house, I can't be like, hey, but I'm still using this. Like, no, who cares? Get out of their property. Like, you got to get off their property. But when you're rich, for some reason, you can just tie things up. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, the law was almost like built to be like, hey, let's slow it down if you got enough money. Like, it's crazy that this should have went through immediately. I bought something, it's mine. Like, don't tell me, oh. Now, I would love to see, like, on Christmas, you open your gift and it's like, yeah, but don't use it yet because somebody's contesting it. Like, it's yours, but somebody's contesting. It's gonna be tied up in litigation for at least 6 months. So
right,
you enjoy your gift in June.
Facts. So I think the one big blocker right now, not blocker, but the one big thing that's looming is like, so the EU has some people that are shaky in their, I don't know, whatever their FTC is, or SEC maybe. And so apparently like the American FTC is, maybe thinking about filing an antitrust lawsuit to block the deal. And it's like, I just...
Did they do that with Verizon and whatever? Verizon deal? No, they were all like, yeah, let that junk happen.
T-Mobile and Sprint?
Yeah, T-Mobile, let all these, it just depends on who you are and what your money looks like.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And the EU's always hating on American tech companies.
This is games. It's not like Microsoft bought Facebook. Like,
right.
If you did that, then I'm like, okay.
And that would probably go through faster.
That would go through, which makes no sense.
It will go through faster, and that's more of that's way more unfair.
Facebook used to be $1 trillion company. That would be $2 trillion companies merging.
Yeah, I was like, can you imagine Xbox Live now being basically Facebook?
Oh god,
like,
it's everywhere.
You integrate gaming into Facebook, like to like.
And Game Pass is on TVs now, so you get Facebook on your TV, all this stuff.
Get everything.
Yeah,
Instagram.
So yeah, it's to me it's crazy how money can just like change the story, even though it's clear that you bought a thing, let them use the thing. Like the only person who's gonna be hurt from this really is Sony. Right? Nintendo's gonna be fine. They're not saying anything. Why isn't Nintendo saying anything?
Nintendo don't give a damn.
Because they make money.
They showed that Mario trailer. They said, "Here you go."
See, if Sony was making money from selling TVs, they would have kept quiet. But they only make money from the PlayStation division. Everything else pretty much loses money.
Yeah, everything else loses money.
This is why they're trying to make cars.
We need another. That's why they're trying to make movies too. They're trying to make movies for the same reason. They're like, nigga, we ain't making money nowhere. Get somebody.
Nowhere.
Anybody.
How are we surviving?
What'd you say, JK?
There's some good Sony movies.
I mean,
no, there is, but
but it's just not.
It's not hugely profitable. I think it
loses more money. I think it loses money. Like,
you think it loses money?
I think so. I think the movie division loses money. I can't think of too many Sony pictures in this decade that are like huge. Right? Like I think at one point they were doing great. Right? Spider-Man is only successful because of Marvel. But like Amazing Spider-Man, which is the one that would fall into this decade technically, did not do well.
Right.
The Sam Raimi stuff did good, but that's 2003 to 2009.
That's a smart business move, AJ. Look, we can't make the movie. Let somebody else make it first, and then
let's make it after. Right, but then what happens? What happens though? Right, they try to make Morpheus because they're trying to build their Spider-Man universe out. Morbius, I mean, bad movie, right? I still haven't seen it, but no one who's seen it that I heard likes it. Right, Venom isn't actually popular in America.
You just have to have low expectations, AJ. I was not disappointed. My
Damn.
expectations were
How-
in the basement, and therefore
I
it was
couldn't
fine.
even finish it.
But Carl, you also watched it for free, right?
You didn't come through, JK.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Speed.
I paid for that.
My mic.
Yeah, your mic's going in and out.
Say
Yeah,
again.
swallow it.
The whole mic.
Let's not do
Yeah.
that.
Tastes good.
Hey,
So before we wrap up this, I wanted to ask what you guys thought if you had seen it on the Tesla semi truck unveiling.
I don't know.
So
They did
I
that a
saw
few days ago,
pieces.
too.
I saw pieces of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I watched some other thing, and they're saying the Cybertruck is going to use the same charger as the semi,
Yeah.
which is insanity. So like the specs on the semi is it's supposed to get 400 miles of range in 30 minutes.
So their thing did 500 miles, fully loaded at 82K, and that's amazing to me. I'm still not exactly sure where they decided to tackle semi.
I heard something,
trucks.
but I didn't. Not a since didn't come
Uh,
through. Yeah, someone
well-
else. Wabi. They put out a
Wasabi
truck.
Because
It's one of those.
two reasons.
Sounds good.
I think Elon tends to try to monetize his problems, right? So what is his problems? Like he is
delivering
having
his
issues-
cars.
exactly, and he's like, we can't get trucks, we can't blah blah blah. How about we make one? Oh, okay, we can make one. Well, how efficient can we make this?
And how do we make money off it so it pays for itself? So I don't have to
Exactly.
keep shelling out money to pay for trucks. Not to mention, if he's got Cybertrucks going, that joker's going after he's going after UPS next.
UPS
Yeah.
taking delivery of some of these semis.
Yeah,
I
but
bet they are.
eventually I would but the same way Amazon was Amazon's buying bookstores. Like, yeah, go ahead, take some delivery of these trucks. And then until I either buy UPS or I just start a Tesla delivery company myself.
Bruh.
And
So if, like I said, if there
Amazon.
is a need for a UPS type stuff that's a hindrance, I fully agree. That's what it is. But I think that's the reason the semi came about, because it was an issue delivering Teslas. But looking further, like diesels pollute a crap ton, and with the new emission standards, there's going to be a ton of money to be made, because like people have semi trucks running for 20 years. But with the new stuff happening, you're pretty much going to have to stop driving all of these vehicles. And then he built something where like the cost effectiveness is undeniable. It'll be so much cheaper to drive and maintain. Like the semi is not more expensive than other trucks. So unlike the cars,
Mhm.
he's already at cost parity with other semi trucks. The challenge will be the charging stations, but he's starting with big companies that can build out mega chargers. But the battery pack is somewhere in the neighborhood of a megawatt hour,
That's ridiculous.
which is insanity. And to think that you can get 80% charged in 30 minutes. I don't
know if that's possible. How?
It is. It's over.
It's an arc reactor in that mode.
No.
Oh, it's over a megawatt charging. So, V3 supercharging is 250
Yo.
kilowatts.
Heard you that time, I think. Yeah.
This charger will be like somewhere between 1 and 2 megawatts. And the Cybertruck is going to have that charger. So if the Cybertruck has that, you might be able to go 0 to 100 in 10 minutes. Like, it could be insane.
So, Carl, you gonna be out here driving that fucking Nintendo 64 car?
Look, I'm not going to confirm or deny whether I have a reservation on a Cybertruck. I'm not here to say that, Tech. Swab.
AK just knew it.
Look,
Absolutely.
but
He did it.
you know, if a Cybertruck made its way to Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, I'm not gonna say I'm upset about it. You know, I don't know when the Cybertruck's coming. It's supposed to go into production the end of the year.
We'll
You know,
see.
a lot could change with my situation, and I would love to accommodate a vehicle such as that this time next year.
Nintendo 64 describes that truck so much better than I could have. I was like, what is this thing? Absolutely. Y'all ever
Low
play that
poly.
game Rush? Y'all ever play that game Rush?
No.
The 64.
Like
Oh
those
my
cars.
god. Say it again.
Bots
Say it again.
cars. It looks like those bots cars.
Yeah, like it's so that is absolutely accurate. Yes, that
Dude.
truck is hideous. But I mean, I
Absolutely.
don't know.
We need
Anyway,
more details on it, but if
Drive that bitch.
say it again.
If Elon gave you one, you would drive that bitch.
Hell yeah, that's not what I
It was
said.
free. Ain't nobody
Listen.
throwing away a free car.
When I drive it, it's not even that. It's not even about what I do with it. I said it's
Look.
ugly.
It
Look,
is.
I might have put in a reservation for a tri-motor, depending on what the
Wait,
price.
this is getting a lot more. This is getting a lot
I'm
more.
saying a lot more solid, a lot more
Hey,
tangible.
Hey, guys, what are we talking about here?
This
Look,
man said, first he was like, I might have put in a reservation for a Cybertruck. Now it's a specific part, a specific type of Cybertruck, right? Now it's
Look.
going, it might be lime green.
Who knows? I don't
first of
know.
all, there's only one color for a Cybertruck. Okay, stainless steel.
I might have already ordered some custom company to lime green wrap it. Like, I mean, this just might have happened.
That's like this new-
wrapping might be a good idea, but so the price promised back
So
in
fuck up.
2017. There's an excellent chance that that's not the price when this thing
So you
goes into
think it's
production.
gonna be much higher?
I don't know if I would think it's. I think he'll be able to charge higher. I also think he can make it cheaper if he wanted. Like
Just
the gigacasting situation is real, and he can make these cars super cheap. Like a Model 3 starts at $41,000 in China.
damn.
Right. So, like, Model 3s are this expensive here. Matter of fact, I think a Model Y is like 44,000, something like that in China. The reason why it's this expensive here is because it can be, because
True.
demand is so high. China has a million different electric car companies, and they're all
True.
compelling, right? They're all good cars. We don't have that kind of
That's why
competition in America
stock Neo is killing.
because they're losing money. That makes sense. They're losing money.
is killing. They're losing. I know they're losing money.
We in it together.
I
know they losing money. I'm losing
money. We're together. We're
Look.
losing money.
If they could survive another year and a half, they'll be fine because they make compelling
From
vehicles.
your
quality
lips to
cars.
God's ears.
But that's a big if.
Rip.
They can't be burning cash at the rate they're doing. It's too much. But anyway, the point being, if that Cybertruck, and I have a feeling they might offer a quad motor, you know, if that Cybertruck is anywhere near the price point that he promised, and the plans that I have in place ends up happening, a Cybertruck might come home with me. Just saying.
I don't know. His track record with Twitter so far is not too good. So
Well,
Exactly.
Twitter's
What
a
does
completely
Twitter have to
different
do
animal.
with Tesla?
I was saying he built Tesla from the ground up. He just bought
Did he?
Twitter on accident. Well, I would say this. I would
Listen.
say Tesla is something that he's been focused on and very dedicated to for decades.
well, he need to.
He bought Twitter on accident. He did. He bought Twitter. It was a joke. He was like, yeah, and then he tried to pull out. He's like, no. I looked at it, and they misrepresented it. They're like, no, buddy. You know what?
You
this
are
was.
the father.
You
You are
are-
paying this child support.
I wish we could have held his feet to the fire like that when he had promised to end world hunger, and they were like, "Yeah, here's the plan." He was like, "Ooh, Never mind, actually.
He was like, you know what? No, I don't believe in that plan. It's so easy to be like, show me the
It's not a
plan
good
that ends
plan.
well hunger. He's like, ooh, this is pretty good, but it's gonna cost so much.
Yeah.
He was like, and there's no
No,
money in it.
he said it was gonna be $6 billion. That's nothing.
No, but I'm saying like he's probably like, but there's no money in it for him, so he's just gonna give away $6 billion.
I mean,
If there's no money coming in his pocket, he ain't worrying about it.
Yeah,
Clearly.
he'd rather lose money on Twitter than stop people from starving.
Right.
$6 billion? He could have gave that away in his
Easy.
sleep.
it's easy.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
But then again, that was hierarchy and social skills. So I don't know.
Say what?
Well,
you
no.
You care about humans, or you don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about humans.
Like that's what I'm saying. If you got 200 billion, and you know for a fact. Now, I don't actually know if the plan will work, but if there's even a hunch that a $6 billion investment can end world hunger, why in the world would you not do that? It's not like you are one of you're Monsanto and you survive on making high-pressed genetically modified grain that makes farmers poor if they don't use your grain.
Mhm.
It's like you have no vested interest on the other side. Like, why? Like, that's seat cushion money.
Yeah.
Come on, like I would have just done it just to like say, okay, $6 billion, go do it, and then
Twitter's
10 years,
8
10
times
years
more
drag them if world hunger isn't ended. I'm like, oh, where'd my $6 billion go, huh?
Yeah, y'all wasting my money.
I drag him, but I wouldn't
You
be
can
like,
drag him on Twitter too, because he bought it.
Exactly.
Bought it.
Let's end world
Twitter
hunger now. You wasted 44.
Why
You
the
wasted.
ability to drag him? Come on, that's ridiculous.
So real quick before we talk about the little streaming box, JK, you was gonna say something about Morbius, but your mic wasn't working.
Oh no, I mean y'all covered it. It was trash. I went to the. Oh, let me say this. I was hyped for it initially. I went to the theaters, saw it. As I was in the theaters, I was like, this is good. And I wasted money on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
I might as well.
Dude, that's saying a lot when JK doesn't like something.
Yeah, because
You're very forgiving with
I
content.
could. So I was like, I was looking for tidbits. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And at the end, when I saw the end, I was like, thank God it's over.
Wow.
I think I've only done that like 2 or 3 times in my life with superhero movies.
That's tough.
The Fantastic Four movie with the most recent one.
Oh,
probably the second most movie I've ever seen in my life.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this number 2. Only Avatar: Last Airbender tops the Fantastic Four movie.
He seems so awkward
and
and
have so much hate towards that movie. It is
Nah.
a masterpiece.
Which one?
If I had the power, I would make you watch that movie every day for the rest of your life. For those kind of comments.
And I would be in heaven.
Which movie is this you talking about?
I don't know what movie.
The only Avatar movie that
Airbender.
ever mattered, The Last Airbender.
Second,
most realistic earthbending to ever exist.
Oh my gosh, I really want to kill Tech right now. Like it's like I don't even usually get violent. Like that's not me. I'm not a violent person. But like if I could reach through, if I could take Mjolnir
Listen.
from
Meet me on
JK's
gang
thing and send it.
Gang.
Yeah, if I see you in these Gang Beast streets, it's on site. It's not even a
It's
question.
on. It's on apartment. Let's go.
It's not even a question.
There's
I'm like, is that Tech over there?
answers.
What you
It's on-
saying about Avatar?
It's on site. It's just
It's
like
on
Mark.
site. Shit, load it up.
Gotta be.
Michael B. Jordan seemed awkward in Fantastic Four because it seemed like he was the only one actually trying to act.
Yeah.
And everybody else is phoning it in. So he stuck out in a weird way. It's like, wait a minute.
He was trying to.
He just nailed it in like everybody else.
He's the only one that had an emotional beat, though. To be fair, everybody else was kind of like He was the one that had like the conflict, right? Johnny was the only character that had the conflict. Everybody else was kind of very flat.
But I feel like if you were talented acting wise, And maybe you blame it more on writing. Maybe you blame it more on writing. But
it was writing.
I
It was
blame it on the cast and writing. What's his face was not a good Reed Richards.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
White
And
writing.
then, what's her name? The granddaughter of the person who owns the New York Giants. What's her name?
Yep.
Steinbrenner?
No, his granddaughter is the one that not the New York Yankees, the New York Giants.
Oh, nobody cares. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I can't remember her name.
Goddamn.
She's acted in a few things.
Yeah,
Steinbrenner's
she
the one
was
that
even
matters.
in like Iron Man, I think.
I forget her
Like one of the
name.
original ones.
But yeah, she was too,
Recognize the face.
which wasn't really a good. None of it was a good casting choice, right? Like nobody was a good casting choice, but still, it was a bad movie just for writing purposes. It could have been a decent movie if they didn't like. I don't know. It was all garbage. It was one of those.
Damn.
Hey, let's go together. I think it was Simon Kinberg who wrote that. He also wrote I think he also wrote on
Got a
X-Men.
9%
The last
on Rotten
X-Men.
Tomatoes. That's when you know something is shit.
9%.
Right, it's below
Not the Last
10%.
Stand, but I think the same guy wrote on the X-Men, the third X-Men that before not the Last Stand. The Last Stand was X2, wasn't it?
No, that's X3 is last.
Okay, so yeah, he wrote Last Stand then. I think the same writer. I think that's the same guy.
Oh yeah, he definitely need to see.
How is he still getting jobs?
Hey man, once you're in the business, I think you just can.
Yeah. I think once you're there
Oh.
and you're like in that circle, you know,
Must
you're at a
be
party
nice.
and
You
they're
could
just like, hey, we need a
be-
writer for this, thing we're doing. Well, I'll fucking do it, pass me that line of coke, That's kind of how it works.
Yes.
Real quick before
Done.
Chad asked, did we watch
Must
the Volume
be
3
nice.
teaser? And I had the same question if they were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy or
Oh
Big
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yes. And I did watch that teaser and
And like I said it once, I say it again. If Rocket dies, I'm done.
done with the MCU.
I'm done with the MCU.
The whole
if
thing.
Rocket dies, I am done. Throwing in the towel.
Well, this
Fuck it
is the
all.
last Guardians of the Galaxy.
Until someone has to die, right? Like MCU's been killing off heroes and villains left and right, and I'm very confused by this. And I know they're
you
trying
kill
to make way
heroes
for, like,
because
the new
actors
people.
are expensive. No, you kill them because the actors are
Facts.
expensive. That's why you kill them.
You kill them 'cause
Thor's
the actors
probably
are
gonna die
expensive.
too soon because what's his name? He got injured or something. Something happened to him. And he's not gonna
he
be
found
acting.
out he found out he has Alzheimer's, right?
Gene for Alzheimer's. The gene for it. I
Yeah.
don't think he actually has the disease.
Great.
Right. As Guardians have
Hemsworth.
Alzheimer's. Get the heck out of my face.
Yeah,
Well,
That's
no,
so
not the actual.
stupid.
No, not
yes.
the Asgardian. Hemsworth.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
actual
Hemsworth
actor.
himself,
Oh.
the man.
No, yeah, he's gonna take a step back from acting in general because he found out he has, I think, the gene for it. I don't think he actually has it, but he found out that he's, he might
Susceptible.
So
have,
just
or
in
might,
case
yeah,
he
might
does,
develop
he
it.
wants to spend some
So
time with the family.
should I
what I'm
assume then all his
Shit.
siblings that are acting have the same thing?
I would assume
Maybe.
they look very
Yeah.
similar, so I feel like the genes are probably pretty strong.
Yeah.
They're
So-
very strong.
So I would think that they should all checked out and assume that they're in the same boat. But yeah, so his character obviously, because that's why you kill actors in TV shows, is because they're either expensive or you don't know like the reason why they went ahead and think about it. Carrie Fisher passes away and then they kill Luke Skywalker, right? They're like, okay, well, Mark Hamill's as old as Carrie Fisher is, right? We don't want to like have the entire franchise, hanging on the balance of, these 70 and 80-year-olds. So
True.
let's go ahead and end their
Was
part of the
married to
story.
Miley Cyrus. Didn't know that.
So
Who is?
Liam Hemsworth. He was.
Oh
married.
yeah,
He
I
broke
knew
it
that.
off
That's what the whole
during the
Wrecking Ball
pandemic.
video was about, wasn't it?
I had no idea what that was. So apparently
She wrecked his life?
No,
I think
that's not what that video is about, Carl. She
No.
came in like a wrecking ball. She came in
And wrecked his life.
No, she came in. That's her love. Her love came in and just would not be denied.
there
That's
you
the
go.
song.
That seems
So-
very
So-
destructive to me. I don't know how you said that any other way.
She came in trying to love him as hard as she could. It just turns out that that was not what he needed.
There you go.
Most people don't need wrecking balls in their life.
No, I need like
turns
a.
Try to stay away from
You know
that.
what I need? Like, you know Uncle Iroh from like Avatar, right? I need
Yeah.
someone who has like a calm cup of tea.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't want a wrecking ball. I
and a
want someone
pie
who knows how
show
to make a
game.
good cup of ginseng.
And a good pie show game. That's it. So
Yes, and a
apparently,
good
Both of
Buster
which
game.
were not in the Avatar Last Airbender movie, which is how I know it was trash.
Nope. No, it wasn't.
Well,
No pie
see,
show,
They
no
didn't
cup of
need
tea.
that in such a masterpiece movie. Adding
So
too much of a good thing into a good
Yeah.
thing.
I think if
it
Fate
comes
goes
to
to hell,
come
he
out.
should just have to watch
Yo,
Avatar
Mike.
Last Airbender forever.
forever
And
on loop.
I
Yeah, that's
don't want
heaven.
you to get burned by a single flame. I want you to have to watch that movie forever
Again,
and
that is
ever and
heaven.
ever.
In relative
I,
comfort.
then I
You
hope
know
you
what?
go to heaven.
Cue
Ted,
that up.
I hope you go to
Also,
heaven.
give me Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball movie. Fantastic cinema.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
man.
watch
Hey,
them on repeat.
Oh
we
my
Alright,
will
bullshit.
throw in the Super Mario movie. We'll throw
Yep.
in. Let's see. What else is there?
What was that
was
one movie that
fantastic?
they made? Like Nintendo made all their characters go into, and like people were fighting against the Nintendo characters made and come into life. It was like they were fighting Pac-Man and shit like that. That
Oh
was
yeah.
good
Oh,
too.
Pixel. Let's throw Pixel in there.
Pixel.
That's Adam Sandler movie.
Fantastic cinema. Yep.
Okay. So with that, I think
Pixels-
we should just
Yeah.
move on to what's good. What you say about
Yeah.
Pixel, JK?
I said Pixel
Do
was
you want to
alright.
do game
Bullshit.
beats while we're doing what's good?
Yeah, we can.
Carl probably didn't
Say
get
what?
on
Concentrating on what's good. They be concentrating to knock niggas out.
What are you trying to play?
True.
We can do both.
Gang beats.
Game what?
Gang beats.
Gang beasts.
Gang.
Like
What is
Crips and
that?
Bloods, but you know.
But
Facts.
also
It
not.
really is like Crips
Also
and
not.
Bloods.
Wait a minute. Oh, you're saying that there's a video game called Gang Beasts in which
You fight.
You
guys
get
are
to
gonna
be a
play,
color
and I need
and
to
fight
be-
other colored niggas.
Yeah, you fight
Yes.
the other color. It's tribalism at its best.
It's color
It
on
is.
color. Carl said no.
I
I
have
hate
some
them blue
concerns,
niggas over
guys.
there.
Carl, what you? Some good-
Hey, look, there's no guns involved, man. It's just straight.
no
It's
guns.
just straight.
It is just
No
straight.
hands.
We just
Straight
about to
up.
put hands and feet on you. That's it.
Yeah, we just run
Exactly,
them.
That's it.
And heads. Sometimes there's headbutts.
Oh yeah, there is
Let me
headbutts.
try to let me try to transition to Discord on the Xbox.
All right.
I do.
Oh, it should be
reserve the
easy
right-
now.
I do reserve the right to quit immediately if this game's trash, which I'm sure.
Oh
it's
my
not.
gosh.
I'm
He
sure
said,
it's
"I do
not."
deserve the
Oh
right
my
to
god.
quit
He's gonna,
immediately
he
if this
is
game
going
is
to quit
trash."
immediately. That's probably going to be the highlight of the match. It's watching Carl just
Absolutely.
literally just disappear from the screen.
Not.
I
It's
hate
not
it.
gonna be there.
Xbox mysteriously restarts.
So
Jesus.
I
we'll
hate
step
it.
away for a second. I'll be back.
All right.
Carl.
Terrible.
Is there a free for all mode? I haven't checked.
There is a free for all. That's what we're gonna
Melee,
do.
right?
Yeah. Oh, he's all right. We'll wait for him. Or we can. I guess we can get started. He ain't gonna.
Listen, my what's good is real easy. Your boy over here has been not. I watched nothing but Peripheral. Even though I'm behind last week's episode, and I'm basically gonna watch both episodes either tonight or tomorrow. And then I've been like an audio book like paradise. I just finished this 8-book series called The Blue Phoenix. If you're looking for like a chill series, if you like, fantasy, if you like cultivator type stuff, it is great. It is a great way to spend some time if
on
you're
Audible?
in the gym. Say again.
It's on Audible.
It's on Audible. I burned through some credits on that for sure.
Keep mentioning. We need the.
Yeah. No. Listen, I'm gonna get us that Audible plug.
Absolutely.
But it's so good. It was so good. The ending, man. You know when you finish a good book or like just series in general, and like it made you, it made you think, it made you cry, it made you, it made you feel some things. And
It's
the
called
ending,
The Blue
definitely-
Phoenix.
It's called The Blue Phoenix. It's good. It's really good. character development is fantastic. The action scenes are very well voiced. They paint the picture beautifully. The character progression as far as like strength is good. I hate it when an MC gets super powerful right away.
Yeah.
Everything this guy gets
They
is
pull it out,
earned
so.
through blood.
I had to
Blood,
make a
sweat, and
new
tears. And so yeah, it was really good, and that's literally been most of my time besides work. I'm so far behind on almost every anime that's out. I haven't been to the comic book store. I missed a fantastic Black Friday deal and small business deal, but I just could not make it there. They were doing comics for like 25 cents, like the trade, not the trade backs, but like the like the older backs. So like sometimes they'll have like, AJ, you know the word I'm thinking about. It's not trade backs, but it's so you know how you always have the main wall of what's currently out, and
Right. Then they got the boxes, the crates.
Yeah, like the boxes
Yeah.
and crates. So like
Yeah,
you
they
can go through
have the
that.
older comics in those boxes.
Yep.
And crates. Anything that's not is not being currently released, they'll just have a ton of comics and they'll just let you go through them for.
Yep, and they were doing that 25 cents a pop, man. It was such a good deal.
Yeah, I would have came home with a shelf if that would happen.
Bruh, tell me, like I just could not make it out, and it killed me.
Another one,
But nevertheless,
Gotcha.
they're supposed to be hopefully doing another one closer to Christmas. They're gonna do another deal, nothing like that, but I definitely next year for sure they're gonna do it again because they had that place packed, and that's another reason why honestly I just every time I kept looking at the Instagram, I kept seeing how busy it was, and I was just like, and like people were just throwing comics everywhere, and I'm just like I don't want to go sort through all this mess. But yeah, nevertheless, in the real comics,
Testing.
no anime, unfortunately.
Yep.
Hey, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm here.
All right.
Alright, let's send you
But yeah,
invite.
no anime. I want to. I'm behind on almost all of it. I can't really think of anything else. What else? What else is there?
good.
Yeah, that's it for me. Oh, what's good. Peripheral is fantastic, and Audible has some
man.
bangers as far as books go. But yeah,
Sweet. I can go real quick. It's only a few things for me. I'm definitely behind on my anime this week. I did see Chainsaw Man. I think I'm caught up on that. And that thing was was that this
I'm
week?
deliberating on whether to watch that.
You said what?
I'm deliberating on whether I should watch that.
You should. What'd you say, JK?
absolutely.
It got real.
Bro, did it ever?
I'm enjoying the heck out of it personally.
It looks fantastic, but I like animation wise, but I'm just like it looks so close to like gritty horror kind of like vibe that I'm like maybe I won't enjoy it. Like what I'm saying? Like I don't like Attack on Titan because it's like I can't do dark themes for too long. So like I just be looking at the world differently. I don't want to wake up like that after going to sleep on Attack. So it's like just looking like everything is meaningless. The Titan's gonna come any moment and just crush us. And then I'll make some kind of like
the world
leap to a Titan being like, some industry and be like, yeah, it's like a Titan. It's just consuming me. So I don't want to do that. So if it's got any kind of dark like themes like that are throughout, like a through line through the story, it's probably not gonna be. But it looks
It
fantastic.
doesn't seem super dark right now. It's gruesome, but it's not
Yeah.
super dark.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gruesome.
Jujutsu Kaisen's a little bit gruesome in terms of like the visuals, but it's not. But the characters are not dark.
Got you. Then I think you could probably watch this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Aki has
hold on. Beast 12. Was this season finale today?
I didn't think so. Apparently it dropped early. Let Crimson tell it. I haven't checked.
Because he's talking about season 2, the show actually starts. So like the hell?
Hold on, let me check.
Was it?
Yeah, if you notice, most Amazon shows are 8 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Is that it? Is that all we're getting? Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you got for the boys.
Yeah,
you got 8.
That's what you got for what was it? The Wheel of Time was the same way.
Always drops early.
That's kind of standard for Amazon.
Yeah, that's also very standard for television. Like at the beginning when you're like testing something out, you give it 8, and then but
Seasons
television
get
does a
longer
little
if it
different.
catches.
Yeah, exactly. They'll order more. So they order more after 8, and then they order more after like 12 or something like that. And then you get all the way to the mid to late 20s before you call it a wrap on the season.
Well, that's what they did with Lord of the Rings.
They didn't do it for the boys. All 3 seasons were 8
Lord of the Rings
episodes.
was 8 as well.
No, it was 12.
It was 12.
I
so
think
they,
it was.
Lord of the Rings was deep. That's why I thought Peripheral was going to be the same. Why can't I even find it right now?
No,
I
8
saw
is
it. I
pretty
saw the 8
standard, though.
episode. Yeah. Is out.
Yeah,
so,
after 12 o'clock, it becomes available.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask because I know HBO started doing the shit where you can't watch it until they air.
It's or it's in your time zone. So like
Yeah.
you'll try to watch it and be like, nah, that's on the
Nah.
if you're on that coast, you can do it. But
For the boys.
Okay, cool. I was just about to tell you, Carl, you don't got to be a naked blob like.
I was gonna tell that nigga to put some clothes on too. I was gonna be like,
I don't know.
Get your ass
What am I
dressed.
doing here, guys? I'm not getting a good vibe from this.
Oh my god.
The vibe is fantastic, Carl.
you're
So
gonna love this. Man. So
you're
just
gonna love it. Do y'all want to start, or y'all want to wait till we finish this real quick?
What are we
Start.
doing?
start.
We're
Smashing.
fighting. So yeah, Chainsaw Man, The Peripheral, which I need to watch this last episode.
Wait. Carl, L and B is punch, right arm, left arm, or L and R, left and right arm. That's literally punch, left, right arm. You can pick people up with Y. What do you kick people with? Was that B?
X, right?
B is
X. And
B is
headbutt is, and B is headbutt. And
Yep.
A is jump. I
Y
believe.
is lift.
Yeah, and Y is left.
Oh, this guy over here. These comments on the Peripheral are very how do you say
No, my God.
racist.
Oh yeah, I bet they are.
It's just unbelievable.
No, I don't want to die. I'm a good person.
Who the fuck is this panda? Who is this fucking panda? Get the fuck
I think
off
that's
me.
Suave.
Nah, I'm the
Get
green
the fuck off me. Get
nigga
the
looking
fuck
like
off me,
a
beast.
No.
fucking.
I'm the smartest goddamn man in the world.
You about to get knocked out too.
I'm not having a great time right now.
No, you're enjoying this.
Carl,
Get the fuck
I
off
think
me.
you're mistaking this experience. It's it's a good time.
This is what joy looks like.
Absolutely.
Like you just die once and
Off
that's it.
me.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
for the
it.
round. There'll be another round.
No.
Come on, get back up here. Come on. Oh my god.
Got it, beast, got it.
I died. Fuck.
No. I don't. I'm a good man. Listen.
All right, so while y'all fight real quick, what
So
else
this
did
is what passes for entertainment. Okay.
I'm caught up on the Peripheral.
Oh,
I'm watching Acapulco still, the morning show, Abbott Elementary, of
You
course.
fucking asshole, beast.
Rip.
Ground.
And then I went
Please,
to what is it? The fight night for DCGGs. Played a little bit of Tekken. Finally played Guilty Gear Strive, which is pretty good.
it's all right.
And then I played a little bit of Rocket League and a little bit of Modern Warfare 2 2022. And I mean that's really it. I haven't gotten into much of anything. Been watching a lot of reruns of like Futurama and Big Bang Theory. Just comfort food. And that's it. That's it for me. Oh god, am I gonna fall through a hole? Oh no.
God damn it, I fell
Shit.
through a hole.
I didn't even realize that was about to happen.
No.
All right, let me switch the view so they can see.
No. Shoot. I'll go next. Not much. Oh gosh, no. Not much. I don't even remember if I watched anything in particular like big. I know Spy Family. So love Spy Family. It's just I don't know. I think that shows like everything I was looking for in anime. Didn't even realize it. Just like
Get the fuck off.
It's-
Get the fuck off me.
it's like high stakes, but also not high stakes. Oh no! Oh my gosh, no!
Off me.
I got
so-
you, Carl. I'm gonna help
Hey.
you.
So let's see. In terms of comics, I've been kind of trying to get back into Fairy Tail. I finished I finished the anime, so I kind of know what happens at the end of the actual manga. But there's also the 100-year. There was that 100-year what's it called? The 100-year quest, the one that Guild Arts went on and lost his arm. Like there's more books based on that quest. And so I was reading those. I was looking back into those.
Caleb, completely okay. Got it.
Shoot, I think that's about it. I was pretty busy past couple of weeks. Oh my gosh, everybody died.
Who the fuck did that?
Somebody grabbed somebody and grabbed somebody else. So I think that's it for me. I don't know what's next.
Cool. JK, Carl, what's good with y'all?
Stop!
Oh,
I
get
hate this.
off me.
I could go.
Okay.
So I got yesterday. I got caught up on Mob Psycho and Chainsaw Man.
Nice. Bye, Carl.
Mob
No,
Psycho
Sponge literally
is
just
super duper like
you stay out of the chaos and just watched it on the side.
filler mode.
What's in filler
which
mode?
is
You did.
sexy. Mob Psycho. Like I don't
Is it?
like. Yeah, I don't really like it right now. Sabomi's moving away apparently, and he's trying to work up to asking her out. But something dramatic does happen at the end. Like nobody should care about spoilers, but apparently whatever. But maybe it'll get exciting next episode. Chainsaw Man continues to be interesting. It looks great. I don't know if I'm really enthralled with the story as yet.
Is there a way to?
But it's very entertaining to watch still.
Is there a way to do it just us swap?
Yeah.
I got caught up with the Peripherals. I haven't seen this latest episode of Peripherals, but I'm really digging it.
Are you gonna join us on our tech breakdown episode, Carl?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything such thing as existed, but maybe.
Yeah, we want to do a video series where we break down sci-fi tech and how it would.
Oh, that sounds
reality
interesting.
versus how it would work in our world currently.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Swab, did you fall off?
Everyone died. I tried to pull an AJ, but then I moved.
But like the police officer, the whatever
I haven't seen
her name is, I really like the wrinkle that she brings into the story now. So I'm curious to see what she's gonna do, especially after getting confronted by the head of the RI. So Peripherals is looking good. There's something else that I watched. I can't think of right now. I saw bits and pieces of these Tesla Neuralink streams, which is been interesting. This past weekend, I saw
the fuck was that?
Black Panther.
Oh, nice!
Yeah,
I
saw that too. Enjoyed it.
What did you think?
It was way better than I thought it was going to be. I was concerned that it was going to
how I felt.
Same. Yeah.
Trash. But I guess I shouldn't have doubted Ryan.
Yeah.
There was a couple parts that really kind of affected me.
I told you it was going to be on site, didn't I?
Let me ask you a question. You son of I'm gonna kill you. Was it the part where she dropped down and did that arm thing with the M'Baku?
The arm thing with the M'Baku. What do you mean?
Remember she drops. I don't want to spoil because I don't. I know we don't care.
Who cares about him?
So she goes down and she drops through the window and she like basically like, it's almost like an arm wrestle with M'Baku.
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's not the part that got me. The part was when she first showed up as the Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
and they laid hands on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
talking about.
that's what you're talking about.
She
Okay.
drops through the ceiling because remember she punches the suit or she punches the thing and that's when she realizes, oh shoot, it worked. And
Yes.
then the next scene, like they're all in Adam Baku's in his room, like his what you call it.
I was trying.
I thought you said arm wrestling him. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
she
I
did.
don't
The
even
first thing
remember.
she did is he looked at her, then he grabbed her
Oh.
arm and like to test the strength. Like
To make sure it's not just the suit and that she had the.
Yeah, she had the strength as well, and that part gave me chills. I didn't expect it because I don't usually get emotional in movies. Like that's just not me.
that emotionally got me just to see them put hands. I don't even know what that was, but like it immediately got me.
Yeah,
Immediately, I was like, oh god.
yeah. I don't get emotional in movies. I never get emotional. So that's just not.
I fought it.
Fuck off
I
me,
fought it. I'm
AJ.
like, I'm not letting these tears come out here. I got kids. You know? So I
Not what
fought
I-
it, but it
Oh,
definitely struck a nerve to see that moment.
If I win this, AJ, that proves that Avatar was a good movie.
Oh no, now I
Hell
gotta kill him. Hey, get your hands off me, Carl. I gotta have some business.
Murder
way,
this man.
kill.
By the way, the other part that really
Hold up,
got me
hold up,
was
hold
get your butt up.
That's what I'm talking about.
The
I'm
other
talking
part
about right
that
here.
was in the bonus feature
Oh
where
yeah,
What is your
Paula's
name?
son,
they're in Haiti.
and she said to him like, she didn't say what's your name. After he gives them the Haitian name, she didn't say what's your name. She said who are you,
Who are you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that was impactful. That she asked who are you, not
Yeah,
what's your name.
Yeah, because she did the same thing with they did the same thing with Killmonger in the first movie.
Yep.
yeah.
Like that, whenever like to me that whenever they use the words "Who are you?" like to another Wakandan, that's like a sign to like, okay, now I gotta do my, I gotta speak in Wakandan and tell you who I am instead of like the other
I
like,
mean,
what's your
it's-
name?
T'Challa.
Yeah, that thing. Get off me! You don't know me.
No.
AJ,
You know what?
for him.
See, I thought you were the police officer. No, we gotta run that back. I thought you were the police officer. I was fighting whoever the police officer was.
No,
Hey, nobody has 2 yet. So I mean, not 2, 3 yet. So we all running.
Avatar was a good movie.
No, we're not.
Okay. Nah, I'm about to go mess you up, dog. That's it.
Yeah. So those are like some of the 2 like emotional spots. It made sense, but I didn't like that the minorities were getting at each other in Black Panther.
But that's always Black Panther's story. It's always minority versus minority. It's we leave the white people out of it.
white people.
In a sense, it's like it's kind of cool because they don't matter because they're kind of
Right.
side characters because they're not powerful enough to matter. So
Yeah,
there's
Right.
that, but at the same time, it's
What
like
got me, my favorite part in that whole movie is the beginning when Mama is just like, "Fuck with Wakanda," and we drop bodies. Like,
First of
we will
all,
drop
that was tight.
fucking bodies.
the best thing about that movie, by the way, and it has to be said, is
What the fuck?
Angela Bassett's arms.
Angela, yes,
I need that training regiment right now.
right now.
Her arms have been on point for decades.
But she's like in her 50s now. So
She's
when I
not in no
talk-
50s. What are you
60s
talking
and-
about?
That work.
She
60s.
might be in that 7-0. Why? She's
So,
timeless.
But my point is that at her age, her arms are what I want my arms to be at my age. So
Facts.
How old is
so
Angela Bassett?
when I saw her arms, like the first thing I was like, oh, look at those arms. Oh goodness. I was like, she found some more heart-shaped herb. I don't care if she just nibbled on like a stem.
found it.
She might have
found
nibbled
it.
on a stem or something. She got some
Yeah, she's
heart-shaped herb in there.
64.
64. So
Oh my gosh.
she
Look at
nibbled
that.
on it. She went into that. She went in there and she bit one of them cinders. She found like a little stem with a little bit of a piece of heart-shaped herb on it. She nibbled on it because she was the most physically impressive person on the show. Like she was the most imposing in terms of like her stature. I was like, dang, I gotta get some arms back. I gotta start working out again.
Sucks.
That's number one. That's my favorite part of the movie. And then after that, there's a lot of other great stuff. But Angela Bassett's arms is number one.
Did anything that I don't want to go negative, but I'm curious because I couldn't find anything I truly disliked.
What?
So I'm wondering if you guys found anything in the movie that you disliked, because I couldn't find a damn thing.
Just the minority on minority stuff, but again, you kind of
you have to do one or
do
the
it.
other, right? Like, and of course, like I think one of the main reasons why Black Panther survives is because white people don't feel like the enemy, right? Like, so they'll watch a movie where they're not always cast as the racist country trying to, like, there was a little bit of that at the beginning, and then we left it alone, right? Other than what's her name, Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, who is basically Hydra reincarnated, right? Like, other than her.
You talking about the
Are we
CIA?
switching to Rocket League? Or are we staying here?
You talking about the CIA dude?
Yeah, the CIA. Well, she's not CIA. She's
I know she's Thunder.
She's AIM.
Is she AIM? She's Madam Hydra. That's what she is.
I thought she was AIM.
No,
I know she's
not
playing Madam Hydra, but I don't know. I didn't think Hydra was a thing.
No, not Madam Hydra. She's Madam Web.
Oh,
yeah, she's Madam. You said she's Madam Web?
Yep.
Like Spider-Man's Madam Web?
No,
I
that's
think the wrong character.
She's not Madam. She's not Madam Web. She's Hydra.
No,
like, it's pretty well
I
documented.
I didn't catch that she was supposed to be Hydra. Was I supposed to be able to pick that up in the movie?
No, you're not supposed to be able to pick that up in the movie. That's who her character is in that name, Countess, whatever it goes with that comic book character. She's not Madam Web. She has no powers. She's just like this woman who's basically gonna kind of weasel her way into being, the Hydra or whatever.
That's what I got from one of my friends. He said that she's Madam Web.
No, she's not Madam Web. She's I forgot her name. Her name literally, if you type in her name in the Marvel comics, you'll find out it's either Madam Hydra or something like that. It's a Hydra equivalent. But anyway, like her character, right, is supposed to be a kind of a bad guy and an obstacle for most of the heroes. I mean, she was the same thing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like she just show up and make trouble. But I think Black Panther survives because it doesn't feel like Roots or 12 Years a Slave, or something where white people have to feel bad about watching it. And so the minorities fighting each other, while I don't think that's the best result, like I do see it as like you really can't make him fight the U.S. government. You can't do that.
There's no winning.
Yeah. So
not for the character.
Like,
there is a winner, but they're not gonna like that. You can't make it anti-American.
Yes,
there's clearly going to be a winner.
You can't make it anti-American, and you also can't, like, if you do, it has to be like Civil with Captain America, Winter Soldier. I mean, where there's like you're basically, the American values are at play here. But if you start to unravel why Wakanda has to be Wakanda and all the other good jazz, and why they would have problems with America, then you can't use the platitudes that we kind of like plaster for Americans. Because then you got to talk about slavery and all the other stuff, which they're pretty much trying to eradicate from schools anyway. So, like, you really can't have Wakanda have any direct conflict with any countries, because then you got to talk about world sense.
If Wakanda existed, it was like legit, right? We found out about it and whatnot.
Right.
How would you
hold up.
feel? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say before we do that,
let
JK should go
I
first.
think if Carl's not done, or Carl, you're done, or
oh yeah, if Carl's not done, then Carl should.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. There's probably other stuff, but I can't think right now.
Go ahead, JK.
AJ, I can't invite you if you can like join or.
Oh, I'm not. I don't have the update, so y'all just go on without me.
Oh, gotcha.
Leave me here.
Are you updating?
Yeah, I'm updating now, but
all right, sweet.
Maybe, maybe he did get it wrong. Maybe Madam Hydra. I don't know, because I think he was thinking about Secret Wars, and so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think her name is Madam Hydra, but
I don't think Madam Hydra's name is Ophelia something, but
she has like a really, I don't know if she's Madam Hydra, but she's like one of those characters. Her name is really weird.
Nah, she was part
Um,
of Shield, and then she infiltrated Hydra. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. Assumed the identity of Madam Hydra. She assumed the identity of Madam Hydra as a
Mm.
triple A.
God damn. That's a
Yeah.
lot of.
Yeah.
Carl, real quick, you gotta either quit your game or I'm gonna have to drop you until.
But she's AIM, right?
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine is her name.
Yeah,
God
she
damn.
was Shield.
It's a lot of names.
It is a lot of names. And it's La Countessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine.
Hey, no
Yeah.
fucking way.
Somebody with that name be the head of the CIA. Who's in charge
Like
of that?
shit.
That wasn't red flags. That shit didn't get
She
too quick.
got enough names to get a Shield acronym for her name.
I'm saying.
Listen.
LCVATL.
Listen, who
approved
allowed
this?
that?
I'm sorry. If you have a
Where's-
name like that,
where's
you got to
Cap?
be in leadership, or else you're screwed. You got to be in leadership with a name like that. So it makes
She
sense.
Listen, this is what happens when Captain America goes away, and then Sam's over here doing, playing on foreign missions and whatnot. Ain't nobody paying attention to the U.S. government. Ain't y'all learning nothing?
They
Y'all
trying
gotta
to
keep
make
the motherfuckers over watch.
they trying to make Sam Barack Obama with wings.
She was like,
Facts.
what's his name? Fuck.
No, you about to get fucked up by this team.
Oh, they a team.
This team about to give us the work.
All right,
She-
but JK, you're what's good? You up?
If my mic keeps cutting out,
Right?
Yeah, you're good right
God
now.
damn.
I think it's when everybody starts talking, it gets
Yeah.
confused. But it's all right. Let's see what's
Shit.
good with me.
Nobody's home.
It's all right. They fucking missed.
Show wise, watched Wednesday.
Oh,
how is
Oh,
that?
I forgot about that.
Great show.
I'm
Tim
gonna
Burton.
watch it. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna watch it. I hate
I'm
Wednesday.
Gonna watch
definitely
what?
watching it.
I love
Wednesday.
Adam's Family is my.
You hate Wednesday? Are you
I
good?
hate her. I hate her so much.
What did she do?
She's
Did she
doing
kick your puppy?
No, it's like I hate
Kick
characters.
your puppy.
I hate. Well, she probably would, but that's not
reminds
the
you
point.
of you.
We,
Filled with
no,
hate.
she does. She does have my whatever, but the difference is like Wednesday is always on top, and I hate people who don't have like character arcs where it's like, although in this show she does, so I'm probably gonna watch it. But like as a character, Wednesday is just supposed to kind of like hate everything and not be a part of it. She's like Daria or any of
Get
those
the
other
fuck in there,
characters.
baby.
Where it's like, or if y'all have ever seen
Shot
Saki
right
K,
there.
right? Saki K, like he's outside of the world.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't need anything. He can exist on his own without anything. So he gets to look at the world and make fun of everything about it, right? That's who Wednesday is as character. I've never liked that character because they don't have their own arc. Their arc is to make fun of other people's art. So like I've never liked Wednesday, but that's not the same as the show, from what I've seen.
The show, it shows the art for everybody.
Yeah.
Part of Adam's Family.
Damn, I fucked that up.
Pretty much who's in the Adams Family, basically. So you get a.
No, I saw pieces of it. It looked good, and I was mad that I liked it because I was like, I hate Wednesday so much.
Even like the side characters, I really liked.
Yeah. I like the whole school and all that junk. Yeah, I'm in on it. I'm gonna watch it.
What's it called? It was almost like an Umbrella Academy, or it's almost like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but better.
I got those vibes from it, but less like.
I was actually wondering if it was like the same writers.
Oh wow, really?
No, it's Tim Burton.
That's
It's Tim Burton. So
Tim Burton.
it just has
Well, I
the
wasn't
same,
sure if like
same visual aesthetic is what it really had.
Yeah.
Like, the visual aesthetic was very similar.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Like I was wondering if like how similar the teams are.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to find some overlap.
Yeah, so Wednesday was good. I really liked it. 2 thumbs up by me.
12 goal.
Finished Warrior Nun. That was not bad. It was an interesting season. You got to kind of see a glimpse of the other
There
side.
it is. Let's go.
And then Rick and Morty.
I was not sure how I was gonna fix that. I was like, Carl. Sorry, go ahead, Beast. Go ahead, Beast.
Yes, nigga. I'm joking. Rick and Morty, Peripheral Course.
I forgot that's a back.
On Netflix. hilarious show. Dragon Prince, second season, third season.
My
fourth
daughter
season.
sister
loves
told me
that
that-
show.
My sister told me this season was meh, so I was like, I haven't
It
got
wasn't
up
too
the energy to
bad.
watch it.
It wasn't too. Well, I haven't watched the entire season yet. I've been kind of taking it in strides.
Right.
What else? Chucky on Sci-Fi. Reginald the Vampire on Sci-Fi.
This shit out of our goal.
Very good, in my opinion.
Reginald the Vampire's good.
Yeah, it's actually been.
Okay.
I've been liking it.
What's the
What
what's
is it
the
called?
Reginald the Vampire.
what's the kind of like, not the plot, but like how's what's the atmosphere of that show? Is it like a horror, mystery, thriller? What we
It's
got?
like it's not a horror. It's not a mystery either. It's almost like it follows the dude who plays Ned on Jacob.
Yeah, I seen the promo for it. I just never watched it.
Yeah. So basically he's like just living life in a small town, working at a slushy shack. Which sounds amazing actually.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I was like, in my head, I was like, I can work at a slushy shit.
And so he befriends a vampire who he incidentally runs into the vampire's friends and they kill him. And so he, instead of letting him die, he turns him. And apparently vampires in this universe are all skinny, like stuck up, like pretty people, like and of course since he's fat, like they don't like that shit. So
so they're very selective about who they turn, so they only turn those kind of people.
they only turn people who are like super
Okay.
popular, whatever. And his friend who was a Black Panther before he turned.
He got his power stripped away, so he became a vampire.
No, he became.
He couldn't find the heart-shaped herb, so he was just like, "Let me take the blood."
No, not Black Panther, like Wakanda.
No, we know. Just
we know, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, fuck that.
God damn it! Can we get the goal?
Anyway, Bleach.
Ouch.
Oh shit. Well, damn.
That was so close. Tried so hard, and they were like,
it's
"Nah."
gonna get worse. I'm telling you, Beast. I know you think that Bleach is exciting right now. There's a lot of stuff. It's
Shut up.
going to get
I saw
worse.
this nigga cook.
This is like his Apple prediction.
Mm-hmm.
And
y'all remember when AJ said Apple wasn't gonna be shit? I remember it like it was yesterday.
Buy stock in Bleach. Buy stock in Viz.
Listen, my niggas. Tech, you can remedy this right now. Read the manga and tell me you enjoy that last fight. Tell me you enjoy the big ending battle scene, the Thanos versus Captain America versus Thor scene versus Iron Man scene. Tell me you enjoy that scene. If you tell me you enjoy that scene, I'll take it all back.
To be fair,
enjoy the last fight.
Fine, it's fine. But
Say what?
I understand.
No, I'm just saying, like there's gonna be a lot of nice parts in there. Like you can tell he's tying up loose ends, right? You got the ice dude who's like my favorite character, the kid.
Yeah.
One of my favorite captains. There's a little bit of cool stuff he gets to do, and there's some other stuff, but like for the most part, like it feels like a lot of people are just underserved, like the whole time. Like all the stuff you wanted to see, like what's his name's a couple people's Bankais that you're like, yeah, I can't wait to see their Bankais. Like you might not ever, right? You might not ever.
Hold on.
I'm not telling you who, but some people ain't gonna get the Bankai.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna get the Bankais that quick.
If you caught up to now, you understand why he's saying that.
Yeah, like it's like a lot of the stuff that you wanted to happen in that story just don't. And then
we're playing these guys again.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
They're fine with it.
Wasn't
one more time.
No, I'm not done.
You said no, I'm not done. Oh shit, my bad.
So,
Come back.
let's see, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, of course, Spy Family.
The best show on TV right now.
Best anime this year for sure.
Absolutely.
Fucking hilarious last episode. I was dying laughing.
Wait, so what was the episode you watched? What was the synopsis on that? Let's see if
Basically,
I'm caught up.
where he after he got his kiss, he ended up at what's the name's apartment, and so they all go eating at a ramen shop or whatever, and then they all get it like simultaneously. The entire agency gets attacked.
Yep, I'm behind one episode. Got to watch. That's good news. Good freaking news.
I was like, oh, this.
Well, then again, wait a minute. We talking about sub and dubs here because you talking about sub, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, I'm a dub guy, guys. I'm sorry. I know that's sacrilege.
So you haven't gotten to his reward for beating one of the demons.
Oh, we're talking about different stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking about Chainsaw Man. I gotta start all from the beginning with that. I thought you were talking Spy Family for a second. You said agency. I was thinking
Spy Family. I'm on the part where Nightfall wants to be his Lloyd's wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's, I think I'm one episode behind that or so. One or two episodes.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, there you go. All right, so yeah, Spy Family, amazing, of course, as always.
Sorry, Carl, I did not follow through with that well.
One Piece. Been watching that. That's finally getting better.
Did you check out the movie?
Yeah. No, I gotta watch it.
That's in there.
Yeah.
That's in there.
I gotta watch that. Titans came back, and that's been pretty.
Oh, I gotta check that out too. Good gracious, I'm behind.
Yeah, that's been pretty interesting. Abbott
You would have had it.
Internet connection struggling, AJ?
The same.
Listen, don't be asking about my connection over here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, let's yes.
There.
That's like asking me my credit score. Don't ask me my credit score.
Talking about credit.
Seems like your connection's
Hey,
a bit of a struggle fest right now.
Ask me why my interest rate is so high. Don't ask me that.
Yeah. Let's see what I've been watching. I think that's it for watching. Didn't I see a movie recently? No.
Didn't you?
Oh, Black Adam.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
You were talking about that. How was it?
I liked it.
I watched it too. I forgot about it. That's how I felt about it.
God damn.
I both simultaneously like Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, but hated the fact that he was Hawkman because he had to get punked the whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I just like Aldous Hodge in because leverage, but I just like his character or whatever.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so I'm a Aldous Hodge fan just because of leverage. But yeah, he was getting smacked. But the fact that he didn't die says a lot for Hawkman, because like Black Adam kills everybody, and Hawkman just gets thrown through buildings all movie. But
he got electrified a couple times too.
Yeah, and he didn't die. So there's got to be something said about that, right? Everybody else, nobody took as much punishment as Hawkman in that movie. Like he's basically like futuristic Batman. Like he's like if Batman was from another planet and had to. Well, they never established whether he was a Thanagarian or whatever they're called, or if he was just a human with a lot of tech. Because the Hawkman technology was on another level.
Well, I think because it was made out of his shit was made out of inf metal. So it's probably he's probably an alien then. And I think he is then again.
Damn it.
Yeah, but he kind of played like the Batman role, but also like the Superman role at the same time. Like he was like he was like the Batman in terms of like, hey, all the technology's his, but he was like the Superman in terms of his moral compass.
House in Louisiana was big as fuck.
The what?
His house, his estate.
Oh yeah. He's
I was like, this man,
and he dressed really well. I was like, man, if I could get some. So he got the up down suit or what do they call them, Carl? Those
Who?
You know the African suits, what they called the
Oh,
Yeah, up and down.
up and down suits. That Joker was dressing fresh. I was like, man, I could,
I mean,
do a
I
couple of-
might have had my up and down on for Black Panther.
I missed it too. So. You say you might have your
I might have had that on. I don't know.
Ah,
I'm done.
Looking fresh too. My
yeah,
wife bought me that like a few months back.
nice.
Thought it was a perfect opportunity to take that out.
absolutely.
Of course, games wise, play COD, God of War, which I'm loving. I haven't really been. I haven't dived too deep. I've been trying to take it in like small chunks, because I'm gonna savor the game.
true.
Gotham Knights has been fun.
I'm thinking about downloading one.
I'm actually liking it. Get out of here.
Shit.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, my bad.
I know you're good. Oh shit.
Oh,
What else? I've been playing. Oh, I tried to keep it up.
I thought they were about to do some Hail Mary full of grace bullshit.
I've been playing Evil West with Creston. Nice shot. Oh,
Go in.
I was right there.
Unbelievable.
oh.
While they're in you.
I've been playing Evil West with Creston. That has been super fun. And we've been playing on like the second difficulty, so it's
Oh,
been
shit.
actually pretty hard sometimes. Oh, who did that? Good shit.
I did.
You lined them jokers up like bowling pins right there. I saw that.
God, baby.
Damn,
I'll see him.
Swab, it's on you. Let's
Bitch.
go.
Oh, can I hit it too
Swab,
hard?
Nice
Oh,
shot.
Oh
Come
no,
on,
it's
come on,
right
come on,
there.
Come on.
Come on, go back. Go back.
I'm putting it back in play. Damn it.
Oh, I should have jumped.
oh, fuck.
Get down
Nobody's
there.
home.
Get down there. Get down there.
Nice. Oh,
No.
I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. I didn't. I
I
couldn't
like
get it.
tipped it just not enough, but just a little bit. Oh my god. Like right there, just a touch. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's
that nigga-
garbage.
Argentina.
Argentina sucks.
Damn.
You just see this.
By a bunch of drug lords.
You better hope we don't have nobody from
Get your
Argentina.
get your life
You know that-
together.
That's all for you, JK.
He tried to skip past it. Also been playing Marvel Snap on
Who the hell is that?
it's a card game on my phone that I've been playing. I've been actually liking it. It's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh in a sense.
Interesting.
Basically it's so you have a deck and it's 3 different spots. So the 3 different spots.
All right, I'm gonna go
In the
back so they
middle.
can match with somebody else. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Agreed.
Can any
All right,
place.
I'm ready when y'all are ready.
So one spot
Oh.
can be Asgard.
That's good.
One spot can be like Washington D.C. One spot can be like Wakanda's tech lab or Shuri's lab, and
Okay.
each spot has a different perk or
So Magic the Gathering kind of
sort of
like
kinda, but it's super fun. And so you get like you have 6 turns, and each turn you have like 1 energy each turn. And so each card has maybe like 1 energy, 1 cost for the card to use. One may have 3, one may have 2, 4, 5, and 6. And so each card may have an ability attached to it or no ability at all. And so you got to strategize on what you want to use. So, like for instance, I have a Medusa card. So if I put that in the middle, it gets an extra bump in power. So you got to like play and understand the cards a little bit. And then you can click on the card and it tells you what it does. So, but I played it so much, so I kind of know what card does what now.
mhm.
So it's pretty fun. I actually like it a lot. I'm in like the bronze or silver tier. Because in order to win, you just gotta have the highest points in 2 spots. So it's super easy
Okay.
to understand. So I've been playing that. I can't wait for Midnight Suns, Callisto Protocol, and I'm thinking about getting Need for Speed Unbound because that looks super fun too.
It does look fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So but I think that's it as far as shows and movies and gaming. Yeah. I think that's it for me.
All right, sweet. So let's I think that wait, was that everybody, right? Carl went. Yeah, I think we all
Yep.
went.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What were you gonna ask Tech
Yeah, you
about?
asked me a question.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if Wakanda
If-
was legit and like we found out and everything, how would y'all feel? Like,
Hold
what's your
What, that it was real?
yeah, like
I'm like, they better be offering visas. That's all I know.
Facts.
right, like would you go for something like that? Do you
Ah,
think
yeah,
like
yeah.
First of all,